trim. Wabra Shabo TV SYZ. Madingo Tribu say, Anopai, another day. When you are ye was said ye, was ya some when Yamibe show you must so a shroud. Oh, yeah, said your catcher Abraham, bet show more or more bet shroud. Now, Omo bet domain was so dear, met domain or more. We had your train when Yamianim. Now, yet Juma when Yamidimo. A yana in your one deal, a Yamina Casa Warding. Ye jina sa woni so mo acha mo akwa ba bia wo bia eba eye Dwaboase wo power 97.9 nyame na ne ne nante na dai woni ye kɔ wa memo a yanyi yentu ba wono na bemo a yaji yetu Pa 979 Facebook Live TV XYZ Ghana for Facebook XYZ Broadcasting or YouTube akwaba Imani na pie mama Sekuni mwa Enye Enimi ko Sameni ona mwa Na mene apim na Jesus Enimi ko Jesus, enemy call. Oh, come home. Anna, your presence makes a difference. Lord, help me. Monamina, Yakupo, be Pierreniwa, and yet Dimao. Yes. Open my sanctuary, and living cold, and living cold. Samini on the one, Lamini, I've been and living cold, and living cold. Driver would hear me. Wouldn't you near? Truck driver, wouldn't you near? Ghana for Yanunia. Yanamina near Bako. Say Yanama, Yania Pim and the Nam. Oh, woman, Yagia too. Psalm 125. Those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be shaken, but endures forever. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds his people, both now and forevermore. Psalm 125. Those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, which cannot be shaken, but endures forever. As the mountains surround Jerusalem, so the Lord surrounds his people, both now and forevermore. Onyame atwa ye ho ahia onyame ne ya ho odei wone ye bibia etinara pay ono na eja ekwai ono na ne enante. His presence alone is like heaven to us. Wakaya wa asa ye wosra himemu wakaya wa ya brabo ni mu ye dadadadadadadada wakaya wa ya brabo ni mu ye. Oh yes. If you're waking up in Ghana, this is our prayer. This is our song. Oh yeah, he's worthy of our praise. Abuja Dwaboase here, Pa 97.9, Pa 979 Facebook Live. Interview yeni yankoma kasiano. Abeshisha so. A dawn. It's a new dawn in Ghana. It's a new era in Ghana. There's a breath of fresh air in Ghana. But this morning, as a believer, I am encouraging you to wake up. Wake that worshiper in you. Wake that worshiper in you. This is our story.
This is my story.
Yes, this is our song.
You
are my song. Yes, Lord. All day, all night.
All day, all night, I will sing of your faithfulness.
Kai! This is my story. You are my song. All day, all night, I will sing of your faithfulness. One some catch on that. Let the spirit work from our spirit to our soul. Let it sing, let it sing. Our God is worthy of our praise. He's worthy of our worship. Yam tontomo, yam pejano, yam sumno, yam mani dine sword. When ya wa ya maye, say oh my Ghana. You are Gazabre ya defy. Gazabre ifa pa ni defa.
Somebody release your worship. We worship. Lift it up, everybody. This is my story. You are my song. Can you look at Jesus and tell him?
Worthy of my praise,
from my spirit
to my soul,
until my voice re-echoes.
Worthy of my
praise. This is my story.
Then you to for the cana, very simple. When the massam, when the menyum, when the menyum,
all day, all night.
Anadwo awio emrebia meto waye yi nwom da waye yi nwom da
my spirit from my spirit
to my soul to my voice re-echoes. You are worthy of my worship, worthy of my praise.
From my spirit to my soul.
Worthy of my worship.
Are you ready? Say halle, halle, halle.
Hey! You are worthy of my worship. Worthy of my worthy of my praise. Sabesha said, yeah, Ghana Mrashabedefie, I can only say that you are worthy of our worship, you are worthy of our praise. Besha Madudwa, Ghana for Tuma John Mahama. We can only say that you are worthy of our praise, you are worthy of our worship. Because said the Ghana for seeing get our battle anymore. Your madrin said, or Mobay about where through I told say, yeah, Ghana for Yensam and a 2-minute free battle. Oh, we can only say, you are worthy of our praise, you are worthy of our worship. Say Ghana do some persona. Then we didn't quit him. Why in Yamia? Now what you say? Now what would you know? Was I am and Toma Pie? That is the level of craziness. That is the level of madness for our God. Already, this shot you are Yamagana. What? Like a people can say Jabatogana, like a people can say Jabadam, like a people can say Mojabenu, like a people can say Tokwabesi, Banagana, Ghana, yet the Sujana the Egina. Beacon of hope. Get to Africa. Where do you Facebook and body? Obiabra Facebook part 979. The person be chamo keke. Tanko Ibuna Fortana. Also, I'm watching you live all the way in Italy. Abigail Ajuri was say we give glory to God. Abigail was also say hallelujah, hallelujah. Drop your messages. Drop your messages. Facebook part 979. TVXYZ Ghana. You buy Tonto Zazana, you can't say anymore. For now, let's rejoice. Let's just appreciate God.
From my spirit.
You die in the detail, you say, you need shot in your way, you know. Oh, yeah. If I not saying comments, you'll be. If I not saying command in the Abia, 2x4 in the Abia, you go see what classroom.
To my soul.
Oh, yeah.
Until my voice
Miracles. You are worthy of our worship. Worthy of our praise. Me shadi we I say, Kwame Jayo, Kwame adio go si baby I'm seminye mobia. Me yama me hone me mba, eni chima. Enkwada me for many who no muda. Yeah, that is the reason I'm on the radio, shouting, screaming. Said no every Ghana. And I'm sure that's the motivation with regards to my other colleagues.
Let's go.
Resilience. Mugabe Masi. The producers, Emmanuel Usu, Innocent Okechukwu, technical producers, Desmond Showa, Prince K. But you need to literally kick yourself. Now what bedroom? Guarantee. Oh, this is our time. Amidu Mahama also make sure free a year North Kanechi. Wisdom Salom a year Agboli. Also glorious happy birthday to Ghana. I like that. Yusuf Al Hassan. Also hi Kwam. Hi Kwam. Hi Kwam. Yusuf. Than that to say good morning to you. Watching you live from Nima. Worthy of our praise. La 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 la. Hey, Samuel Evans, Ota. Also, we thank God. We thank Him. All the glory belongs to Him. Watching live from Birmingham. Yakubu Musa. Also, we have gained our second independence. Greetings to my NDC comrades. Yakubu, all the way in Pusiga. Yakubu, thank you.
Ale, ale.
Alex Deku, also Kwame, good morning. Watching you from Germany. You guys are doing a good job. We are grateful. We are grateful for this win. Elizabeth Taylor, also praise the Lord, oh Kwame. Praise the Lord for this victory. Benjamin, also Kwame, you are doing a good job for Ghana. But I Pezuke, also Kwame, in fact, the day of the victory, on the day of the victory, I wept bitterly for like an hour. And then couldn't be a buy no. Kwame Misusa, bad don't trip back. But I'm sure there were tears of joy.
Let me go.
Facebook, Mabodi, Asumani Samuel was a Ghana will rise again. Benjamin was a Kwame, I like your top, but you bet me, Mamma Romao, and Maniti Agino. Everybody, Asa.
Keep me burning.
Kanya ni numuda Eradi mamengo Enfangu mi kanya mu Elizabeth Taylor me da say Benjamin me da say Foster Ahoyo Reverend Foster Ahoyo was the lion of the airwaves. Good morning, a lovely morning, lion of the airwaves. Abdullah Rafi Bashir. Also, good morning. Watching all the way in Germany. What was some for messages in the middle? I would have been a hotel at Tenase. Fundy, I mean, who Nasa da. On a short Tenase. Funny, Yasa. Menkasa Casa Messesa. Saday Yamia. Obekasa. Atoni Nekasa. Atoni Nekasa. Betiawa. Everybody my engu ye kani anymore. Mema ye jani numuda. Mema my gana jani numuda. Ejeya asoi. Mane nkoswa nsren. Sada beya esumi ya to eye ebibi mine no. O my gana beba beya ni daswo. Ediama amama hodo. Ewa bibi mu ememu ha. Anu ato. Agudi amu branie. Ebotela kwa aba bibi aboko de. Fandi now swear.
About Kwame be fantastic.
Fantastic brutal.
Said we say with an assassin.
What said the assassin? Whether no
condition as a sack.
And you bring your
atmosphere so as a sign. Come on. For the wind of change in the bar, you know. Who feel your home? Come on. Massive one for massive one for serious.
I don't know what you want to drink now. Woman, so you say yes. What did you know?
Yeah, baby, I just say, I am bread. I am bread, sir.
But is
that the Yamado Muntino? Who come out? Is that
and yes, a baby, but also still now, but a baby, Bible say ye shall decree a thing. Decree.
Yeah, a baby.
West can go. Next year, for no kind of a
all right, but Kwame, it's your quite some mouse, a good with Bob Bono and Anno Person Power Money Sports. Yafa MS Somo, our Dwaboase mediation says someone does when you can edit no ana yebe suno power 97.9 FM TV XYZ 7 enable room unim say the Black Galaxies of Ghana is said no matter for PM Togo na me adom so me kwa so kama ka ho 7 and so I just only a super class na me adoma weekend we Sunday Kuwasi Asante Kotoko any Accra Hearts of Folk any painful ebre etimi akasawa NSF ka e dey about the security hun 7 on the hun seminar and so about the hun 7 and so ebe mana babaraman abrante mo konkanye and so e wa monani e hun seminar and so Richard Atta former Hearts of Folk goalkeeper and also at the Accra at the Bandra the UEFA Champions League etimi ekosma Real Madrid etimi Atlanta ebone kamiensa or timu miene de hun seminar and so ebe manemo shanon so say Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch Ebu Chidom say producer and international parents 7 promoting I'm just the praise himself F to the A and D Y Fanti mene
ebo Taylor Yenshen Semnase na yenko the Black Galaxies of Ghana kachi unim say local blasters when Brantiano ejina kunwa omuhwe nim say preparation ahead of champ tournament ebetumi abaso next year no obetumi anya a good preparation Masudi Dramani edo ma no omuhwe nim say obetumi anya good preparation obetumi akọ champ tournament ebetumi abaso next year into Brantiano omahwe campaign asia omo Ghanaman Circle of Excellence omuso no omuhwe nim say preparation nyina no training na ade no any friendly matches bebre na obetumi anya bi no mabo na mohwe nim say obetumi anya ahoden na tournament obeba so qualification nyina no obetumi abobi endra ena Brantiano no etumi efri pram ena omukowre mu ewo Togo eho omuni Togo local team no so no and say local national team no enso ebetumi abo enso eho into isia mi no ka say Brantiano etumi akopie mu ende ye hwe nim say tournament ebe course no obetumi enya friendly match way no motumi abo no motumi enya good preparation ahead of tournament ebetumi abaso ye hwe nim say o my konkron Ghana that Sunday yani Nigeria ebetumi edi esieni ewo Ghana hasan so ena return leg no so no ebetumi abaso enso eho ntino we nyina preparation and Brantiano etumi Didi Dramani enso etumi lead your one omuhwe nim so betumi enya good preparation na champ tournament na ebebaso no ebetumi abaso next year Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, and betumi host champ tournament na ebetumi abaso ye ka champ tournament na local based players omo eno mutumi 24 no etumi agada omo a ometumi ede anasa mutumi abo national teams say ebia Black Stars no ye betumi adane no na etumi local players bi sanso enso na uko Morocco nso a local players omo ho no omo eno metumi abo ama Morocco national team no sanso ena Togo, Nigeria, any other countries kika oni na nti ye hwe nim say Ghana era Sunday yani Nigeria abebo no e betumi enya good results na return leg no so yetumi akọ Nigeria yetumi enya good results so nti ye hwe nim say and that match Masidi Dramani and then Brantiano ebetumi abo enso ewo Togo no nkunimni ebetumi aba Ghana fan na etumi enya good preparation etumi eni Nigeria etumi abo champ tournament ebetumi abaso next year no
Yegusu area go sebare Black Club football onu se nyame ya aduma weekend we there abane da Kumasi Bayara Sports Stadium eho ana Kumasi Asante Kotoko any Accra Hearts of Folk enso erebero super class kama eba na okopie mu dia stadium ebo so Kumasi Bayara Sports Stadium ho ana match ro ebetimi akoso na okwa NSF4 NSF Accra ebetuja area security se nwa ebetimi a hye nyoma ho na ba security wise ebetimi enso akonam madam my friend Mrs. Patient Sharon Adams Mensaron at the Senkakra at the for security senior Ahobambo Ebekosu El Bayara Sports Stadium.
It will say a category A matches. My race, she said security no a baby up and she say almost she say better to appoint and now a says you protect life and property. It's next she say you do better akwan bi omo so and na more fast sharp objects bi aso so hwehwe omo ho and max stadium na omo ba India numbers and the support kotoko however said chance bi ba na bi a wuni bi argument in the history behind half and kotoko my refi argument yen fan say yetim o hwe na ye hita taso yen taso no dey yen support yetim. They are supporting a team with the hope to say come out to me the win. amasa so so a enye bufu enye ntopa yenko boko because life is most important thing to us.
Madam Patience area ne sounds ebusa se madam enche bia ana onu say the original games and I say student games a course so Kumasi by sports stadium and mu use and omo dey games in area we say no na say cast for any team win tournament no and so ho no and ebusa se mama say Accra so folk any Kumasi so go match obebo no ebedu na pitch no are ready ana.
As and when I will use no definitely you will see some defects on the pitch. Into share estate managers with management, you know, budget for it and the maintenance schedule and so at so. Into matches, you know, about 6 matches and a day, more than 20 matches on the pitch. So the fact today definitely have some, but. Friday no movie ya so no mo de hwehweye no egu so nti omugu so but bear in mind say we are in a dry season and so it's your end to talk the free but maintenance of the fish no whether dry season rain season say pitch workers na anya technical they be ubenya effect and if you don't have enough fun and so being a challenge. Matches na and quadana boy no. And now say a natural grass there will be a defect. Or man consider. And ye jitum there will be a defect. Say astro test there. And no about 200 matches a day. Defects no one that much. So come. Yes, so yeah, arrangement for that. Yeah, arrangement for that. In see any day you go so but Sunday no. Here we bibia ya kama ombetimi abom match bibia sequence.
We summer Madam Patient Sharon Adams Mensa ono PRO edema the NSA eso my Ghana.
Yanko and I say that's what Gina super clash boss weather Sunday Asante Kotoko and Nikumas and I say House of Folk and so Akacha Udim say former House of Folk goalkeeper he didn't edit Richard Ata is a Branteno Otiano a positive ho and not to me a trainee or how showing him say positive to bet me your contract to her no be beer and so akoye and so at the amount son say or former House of Folk a player didn't know you can say or say match na air boss no or say who say House of Folk maybe need to one it is some Richard Ata edit to you.
Super crash in the studio, mess the boys in the in fact, near dinner, the boss super crash. Even though a normal match, but you would near the crack where over dinner. Me who 2-1 in favor of us. Match is visited in your form near the woo, near the book. Match is visited the near Dintakashi, the anti-minia crowd who beat my once a work carried in. Want to say, well, sorry, whoop me or yeah. This year, as me say, 2 boys visit me, yes, sir. Me Kevin bet my sister lives in fact.
We some Richard Ata editu jo we no and the two say goalkeeper number 1 Emma Hearts of Folk Benjamin Asare or say a branch no clean sheets in adia or ye Hearts of Folk no or say as soon nipa into no omboa no ho na untimi enkipi on na untimi enkipi ni former okuta no yenti Richard Ata
Benjamin Asare or yeah the papa in fact the oil ni na manage pa more times me ho na me ni ye din komo if your journey House of Folk ra me ni din komo be say me fa ni say me so me ka on pa me so me play big group and so journey House of Folk but in Ukraine ya me ni me rock na ma settle has heading say e be me dey so be break by heading so be me break one season me the best goalkeeper Ghana the best FA Cup goalkeeper Ghana the best clean sheet Ghana the league FA Cup Super Cup into record we no ubet my bi ba me nya sure so ubet me the one season by adwe nyina the enye me bomb pay so ubet me break but e be dia man challenge na me to man no mesra sorry say that challenge record we go don break my mesra ni pa how many years of experience has you share kotoko the ombo no
Enye easy Richard Atankara tia no ni krakra mu ana ode awiese osisisi ano one air positive ana training etiro hope se bibia bekoye na contract no matumi edia etimi edia mano na wotumi any positive oni omo aye adwuma sisi ano se positive ewo division 1 tiro hope se obetumi nya contract ewo positive yenti Richard Ata
division one for the training positive. Me no city as in fact they are positive for your Ghana there. Me not sure say team they brave bet my positive there. The Ukrainian they be a Ghana Premier League teams. They be a year, be a 5 and 6. We pen bet my they are positive. Serious. Some of my can there. One to positive. In the credit back. Oh, once Ghana there, once your teams be already out positive. One team in the likes of Hasufu, Kotoko, Ediana. Oh, but even though no Ghana Premier League teams ni be name kasa. And I'm so anye be am so many be muso kasa. Oh, but positive for no omo ye be say be there. Major ni almost second round. But me cry me na once any rush. Once me I say my law system ka kranti me nyanka me be pick from one. Beside that be real league in next season.
Entrum we former Hatofo of goalkeeper Richard Atta and Kaneti ahead of Super Clash Ebasun.
Yanko Piemo ewo GF ESCO member eso de ane se okopia na se papa ne din na ya odo safono eden se kakra era batuja onum se nche na no de a ana ye de elections Ghana elections general elections no etimi ebewe parliamentary ana afi the general election presidential no etimi eba na wie na onum se Ghana football for mpenifo bi etimi ya madwen so mo so ya de some positions bi enso ewo man Ghana se MP no abrante ba kwa no di makoten abrante ne din e Fred e champion do na friend Fred Achiono etimi ko stand sanko hwe sanko betimi nya empira ko tube mu enso Ghana mrahye game no so aba bia akonkan e de ama Ghana ko no abrante no edi ntwa wantimi enwini enso he no ana nana yodo safare watudwa HM se Fred Achi eguso a enso ESCO member na enra bia ne ho echa se okona akopre se okopre so okọ mrahye game a eno untimi nka ESCO member se senate bia no Fred Achi de ESCO member no oka ho wi.
Fedachi is still a member of the ESCO. And there was nothing, there is no law in our football which says even if you are MP, you cannot be in football. And you cannot be in football to go and contest. Because we have John Amewu, who is an MP, having Hawaii United. We have Bafo, who is having the gentleman. We have Amea Chairman, having Bafo Academy. We have Stuttgart Chairman. That is what the fellow did, just to saw his website and then demo US.
We and some ESCO member Nana Odro Safo Edituja.
Yanko Ediana Stars on so akachi unim se ndra metumi edi bremo se sioba aristika Ediana Stars epeno isiano papano wetumi abedu doma isiano o campe ohwa a on the lawyers ehwehwe contract campaign for etumi edi amanu ndra yetwa an official announcement no etumi ebae from Ediana Stars camps isiano no ka say de papa ne din edi sioba aristika obetumi assign no a ono ene be head coach edi ama Ediana Stars na obe starting the first game ewo week 13 and also no ebetumi abasonti no ye hwe nim say Ediana Stars mo former enya o malusulusu mo former sisi bibia nkoye emo no sioba aristika eba no sisi anu bibia bekoye edi ama Ediana Stars
branch and money e konkan ye e Greece and so e match e league ni mu e super league ni mu there is a branch ni tin e de baba man osina kan e de ma e Park FC ono e de sekakra e da to ne ba ne say said o kopiem dia e Greek super league no 2023-2024 season no a team no a team of the year ye de to team of the season ye de ban ade say branch no e money bo e konkan ta branch no etimi e kopiem mu and so e also ahwe ma ne ten say branch no 28 matches a branch no etimi boy no or a defender 28 matches or boy no otimi ese 5 goals and also so 3 assists and so hono ma and no e boy chese ne money e konkan pe na this season no oba branch no egusu e boy papa all competitions abo no 22 matches and awetimi 22 matches awabo no Abrante etimi ashe 7 goals and asanso aye assist hono ma e bo man ne money e konkan ti say do kopio da Greece watch ma Abrante money e konkan ti Greece e super league no season no 2023-2024 season e ko ewie no e rest Abrante money bo e konkan ti din e kopio with the team of the season no so
yanko amano ne na Endra Champions League matches e course results e course yantumi emfa sanso ana ende matches e betumi aba no yentumi emfa amamudia na results e call e baso Endra e wo UEFA Champions League match day 6 no say na city Girona X na fie e ma Liverpool e bom e ka bakwa o mentumi anti sanso e na Dynamo Kiev enso any Celtic e bo goalless draw Atlanta etina fi ma Real Madrid bom e ka menso mutum etimu mienu sa na sa match yo a Madrid etumi ehye mensa Atlanta etimu mienu no ase Chelsea fans no ase omoni abre pa se omne Real Madrid wa no po we yenti asumkra de denku a so metumi ase Real Madrid sanso na Stade Brestois enso any PSB Stade Brestois bom e ka ba ko mantumi ante sanso na Club Brugge enso etumi echi Sporting CP bom e ka mienu omutumi etimu Bako Leipzig enso etina fi ma Aston Villa bom e ka miensa omutumi etimu mienu sanso na Bayer Leverkusen etina fi echi Inter Milan ebomu ekabakwa omantumi anti RB Salzburg enso etina fi Paris Saint-Germain ebomu eka miensa omantumi anti sanso na Shakhtar Donetsk enso etina fi Bayern Munich ebomu ekenum omutumi etimu bako ende Manchester betumi abaso ewo UEFA Champions League nusu se ne City Atletico de Madrid ebetina fi no ne Slovan Bratislava etumi edi apem so sounds na Leo ene Stem Grass ebetumi abo Arsenal ene Monaco enso ebo omuya ni Borussia Dortmund enso ene Barcelona ebetumi edi esieni Benfica ebetina fi na wato nsa edi afre Bologna sanso ena final ene Sparta Praha Juventus enso ene Man City ebetumi edi esieni omuya ni AC Milan enso ene Red Star Belgrade enso ebetumi abo Stuttgart enso ene Young Boys enso ebetumi edi apem so ho na endra after a match day 6 no match say tumi course no draw na say e battle nso a say na City after a 6 matches no Liverpool or 18 points Bayer Leverkusen ewo 13 points sounds na Aston Villa enso ewo 13 points Inter Milan ewo 13 points Stade Brestois ewo 13 points sounds so na Dortmund enso ewo 12 points ewo Bayern Munich enso ewo 12 points oba ase ho nso dia Real Madrid hisia no ewo 18 positional omwo 9 points sanso na AC Milan and I say Club Brugge nso no ewo 10 points enso I want to know and draw after match day 6 no omo ball matches no pointer omunya no na etumi edi amamu
ye kopie mo Manchester United no so striker Brante no the din e de Marcus Rashford the same party said Manchester for chema one shot Brante no omre no ebeto transfer window no say Brante no etimi ometimi ato Brante and so say say as a striker party and one no enshara enkoye Eric Ten Hag town no Eric Ten Hag egusu coach e Manchester United no omchema na Brante no no enkoye e ho the say so Ruben Amorim and so e buy no Tiana Brante no enshara enkoye 15 matches at Brante na ball our Premier League na ade advantage 5 goals per and a 4 goals per and a wetin match to mchema advantage AC council sarge no ade say esunye part one sha financial fair play betimi at Manchester United see ade mchema one sha na the advantage no ebe to transfer windows na team be payment bia omawa be fanele na ko
yenko FIFA enso akachi and dameno ka say unim say 2030 World Cup no Morocco Spain ena Portugal ena mutumi kose ometumi agi right no edesi obona so mutumi host 2030 World Cup and also no ebetumi abaso na ende FIFA betumi atenase enu mpenifo nyina ebetenase no mo vote say yemfa right no emfama Spain Portugal eni Morocco anantini ehwenim say ende beko bia no ebetumi edebra sanso na 2034 so no Saudi Arabia enso edem omo bid enso etumi edi akontino ende say FIFA mpenifo etenase a ombe voti omu voti a yebehwe nim se Portugal Morocco na Spain no ometumi enya writer omre hosi 2030 World Cup sanso na Saudi Arabia enso betumi hosti 2034 World Cup eno so no ebetumi abaso no ti yehwe nim se nde yebekọ so FIFA kati nyina no yehwe nim se yam yodmo kina na yebetumi edi abramo yemre na so yemfa agudie mo ensem ni nyina ensia na Kwame ento Dwaboase so emfa ama ye producer nde Roger Emmanuel the sportsman kana ya yede ensem no enso ebramo dino ebo Taylor minimia
the praise himself F to the A N D Y Fandi
na uni obi achiana tani siani akro
okay mami fight ya enfama nana ya mante ono owo atimota alaji Oze, and of course, Mianka Nana, Mr. Dwaboase, Chakesi, and come on, some Dukes Pharmacy, and I web you. Oze, and I'm Mianka Samame, and I web you, Mamma dear. I'm not Charles and Mianti. OTM Sisi Abi so OTM Joyce Wilberforce or Sakumono Sisi Abi so OT and I web you Michiano and I'm Mame and I web you and I'm Papa Obia Ciao Ose Bichiao Mr. Bichiao
Ebusua Dwaboase the power 97.9. Baby I drew on my Ghana no aban sakra mu an ye wono. Eti aban sakra ye enkabo mu kwa ena omo bekọ atenase mu no ma show mu nyuma ase no ye de edin ne beba mpanifo etitirufo a mampanyinum mienu no apa wo mo se omo enko eyesa enkabo mu kuo no so no ye de edin no ebebre o me sure so by now when ya boso ano no ba ye bebobodi no ya profile yo mo na ya hwepetatakra mu se de enkomo no betimi akọ ebesi akọ ena mamra no mujira so ede ye transitional arrangement no ya ba kinkan kakra de akira Ebusua Dwaboase ni power 97.9 and a Facebook TV SYZ. Can be a crowd be as a photo banwa a fixed by ride company limited and also other car no come. Can be a warrior simu be omu to be here. Oh yes, say your body work, say your oven spraying, say your air condition, say your upholstery works in upper say your mouth, say your electrical works, say your automatic gearbox repairs, maintenance, general servicing. Fabra yenye kani ye mao na wo car nti apom eye fix my ride company limited na de de wom kra ne se bia wonam kwantempo no so na wo car say na wo peka bia me na betu anase wo petowin car amena be you car na free kwan no mu se da be obede ho atima ko ba bia fra fix my ride company limited ye beba betu car na ma na de de wom kra ne se wo abra ye to car no wo pese ye ma car na didi akoni aba wa abra ye ye wo car ni ya ye betu akosanti ase ani mo aya ma kama woni beje wo pa no mo bo no so de da fom pa eno ma papa mo ye nyina achie no mo bo da fom oh woni beje wo and I feel so ye to accident cars se bia the accident cars aba upo bia me na to aya de ama for fix my ride company limited wo car bi as a sick garage esi wa che wo betu the amount fix my ride company limited Jomacha Kwanwo Accra Academy wa Odoko Post Quarters Atiko Junction Go Filling Station wa and a fix my ride company limited wa wo betu from 0303 944 880 0303 944 880 and a 0202 227 660 and a 0540 556 020. Jomacha Kwanwo barefoot interview no so wa fixmyrideghana.com fixmyrideghana.com ko sisi na kokinkan e normal form ho ukọ obehu adansidi ahodo a amanfo di ade afa wo munnwuma ho ena feso sedi o masiesie kasa ahodo ene sedi ne tebia sitie efonyini nyina wo fixmyrideghana.com akọhwe abati ne entia mani abra me de mense kire ho se enne wo pese wo car no yesiesie eye ne ye na car no beti apa power eye fix my ride company limited. Oh yes, they may own the start, but fix my ride owns the finishing. Fix my ride, we own the finishing. I'm sure I want by about your tonton sansan ye broom Elfia Dwaboase power 979 Facebook Live, TV XYZ Ghana, Facebook Live, YouTube, and XYZ Broadcasting. Yeba.
wuti konkoya na jasa samaba na sawuti konkoya na jasa samaba na sawuti konkoya na jasa samaba
asamaba no say na day transition team no ebetena say no madi nkomo na sadi aban zakraye enhyehyɛ no besi akono etimi ahyase now transition team no omudwumadie no emre batachie yemra pon no at 2012 at 845 na no so na yemampanyi a yeyi no John Dramani Mahama ejina so na wayi empanifo atitirufo se omunko na omune na dodanko akufo ado mampanyi a se abre na dwuma si a wo kɔ ne ba bie omune ni team no so entina se na yenhwe nkrata mu yenhwe nuoma mu ni ensi gina ye wo ba bi oman no ede nani ebekire na mame mfa nso asemfiri yemampanyi a yeyi no John Dramani Mahama na so ye eni petitiri a wayi omo se omo enko transition team no na dwumadie yemfa nhyehyɛ so te sɛ deɛ ɛbɛhyɛ ase ɛnɛ dan Honorable Julius Debra Kane Chief of Staff wɔno ɛna co-chairperson na saa de bɛwe ɛdibrɛ kɛseɛ pafi sɛ mmara no kyerɛ sɛ ɛba deɛ ɔbɛyɛ titirani panyin a ɔbɛhwɛ transition team no adwumadie a ɛyɛ mampanyin no asɛdeɛ but ɔwɔ akwanya sɛ ɔbɛtumi ayi obi a ɔbɛsi n'anan mu na wakyɛ transition team no. So in the case of President-elect John Dramani Mahama, wayi Kane Chief of Staff Honorable Julius Debra say no and co-chairperson or transition team no to say the display was screen so say you see who no and I face so Honorable Johnson I say don't get here National Chairman Emma NDC Amanyo Kono eka transition team no or a member Honorable Fifi Vikwete General Secretary Emma NDC Amanyo Kono so a member Dr. Callistus Mahama member was also a secretary to the transition team and I never got me person who say your former transition team way up at least a give you an idea of said your buying no ebetimi SCIA and said ye dibrabi and she no betimi SCIA got said ye a man for baby that's here a pense mu edio madwin ebuo so Dr. Callistus Mahama a member and also a secretary to the transition team. Dr. Valerie Sawyer, a member of the team, Canadian Deputy Chief of Staff, Professor Kwame Minkah, on about issues related to local governance transition. Okay, Ebra Rollins and Rollins Efra Bemo, Nakofo Eba Bemo, with the Akutini, I was our transition team. So at this point, Professor Kwame Minkah had an experience. Any institutional knowledge ebeba in the workings and doings of the transition team. Because so far, listen to screen so Professor Kwame Minkah, a member of the transition team, and I feel so the majority leader and as the leader of the NDC group, our Ghana Mrashabejafie, Dr. Kasiel, Honorable Dr. Kasiel Atoforsen, the leader of the battalion, Nejuma. Aso any to the sense and the one say Ghana for do na e pia ba bonten abeto abade nkonya bebre e de ama NDC amanyoko no asa nkonya na do so nti ama ma be dominant majority e wo mrashe begafie so majority leader in the next parliament and even the current one Honorable Dr. Kasielato Forsen a member of the transition team and also Honorable Mahama Yariga also a member Honorable Gusita no Obakaina wojina se nanka wope Frankatuni Diberano wendi nkunim no obeka ho boaye Emma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edi nkunim wo afi abatoimo oka transition team no Dr. Edward Omaneboama Director of Elections Emma NDC Amanyo Kono under the leadership and vigilance ekoswo under the leadership and nkunimdie etimi aba enti ono so abeka transition team no a obeboa na yatoto no maye now emra no so makwan se president no ebetiba yi empanifo etitirufo ama ɔma bɛka ɛyɛ team no ho. In fact, ɔmo bɛba bɛsɛvo as an advisory council. Ɔmo no bɛba bɛyɛ mpanyinfoɔ mbɛtufo. Ɔmo de afutuo bɛba. So in the case of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ne side no ɛyɛ aban na ɛnam kwa so a ɛba no, ne side no etwusu former Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Edwardo Ajaho, as a member of the Transitional Advisory Council. Now it will be interesting for you to see near His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo etwusu here. Say on also Mbeka Advisory Council no answer the medebeba no yanko NDC MPP efano His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne fano said ye on also the team no enhye esitie omo that team no so and to say the mekan no ebinada anadriana His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo also releasing the list of omo bewo the transition team no so etidiodi kan head of presidential staff appointed under Presidential Office Act 1993 Act 463 chief of staff Honorable Akosia Frema Osei Opare ono ebsu ye co-chair for the transition team and I so the Attorney General Godfrey Dame Esoka team no Minister responsible for presidential affairs Honorable Osei Mensa Boshu also eka no. In fact, senye ade we ya can the ministry no ase yeni anse dan ko ana moti bibisa minister responsible for presidential affairs Honorable Osei Mensa Boshu oka transition team no and after minister responsible for finance Dr. Mohammed Amin Andam and team no. And you see why very crucial say obeka because enoma efa o my Ghana sikasem said ye sigina sabre enoma bia e was the incoming administration no e was so muhunu no me sure say with the inclusion of minister responsible for finance Dr. Mohammed Amin Andam no ebebua masa ade no etima koso tote minister responsible for the interior Honorable Henry Kote okaho and a minister responsible for defense Honorable Dominic Nitu. So the security briefing and so be idea be dia kotene our transition team no omujuma yemu. So you realize that there's a minister responsible for interior Honorable Henry Kote and then the minister responsible for defense Honorable Dominic Nitu. So many members of the transition team. Afa eba on my Ghana ya yankofa ye jira ye said ye yaho fama esitie ewa amanonia ni obetima aboa masa nkomo no akoso yie the Minister for Foreign Affairs Honorable Shelley Ayoko Botwe also to be provided team no with a state of affairs said about the incoming administration no ebenya a detailed idea, not a fair idea, a detailed idea of said your my Ghana bobre ya yonko fasem esitie ewa amanone. And minister responsible for local government Honorable Martin J. Mensa Kosa, my goodness, what a team. Also a year team no so and Kaiser on the side of the NDC no Professor Kwame Ahoy Colossus eba obi a wabin wonimte what the architecture of local governance na say ono, but on the side of the MPP no Martin J. Mensa Kosa na say mun woba amanyosemu. So NDC side now you're seeing an experienced hands and now MPP side now so there's a bit of experienced hands kakra wom and may I sure say and I'm the transition team no would you know a information sharing inti it doesn't matter will be experience but in the case of the NDC side you know experience yadi here because that experience you know and I'll bet you so Eddie some way and some said by him why you be a here piano on Sabeka Wabra a bina banon so crado na ne hyehyɛ ya hodoa wɔde to Ghana for anima Ghana for gyina so to abamomo no ne nyina atumi ade abem. So there you have it. Honorable Martin J. Mensa Kosa, the Minister for Local Government team no so and a minister responsible for national security Honorable Albert Kandapa also team no. So Osha President Akufo-Addo ne statement no the Babontia Eugene Hen and Sasha or say additionally in line with section 1-2 of the act, the team shall include the following individuals. Tizera Mekaino, Winya Efutufo, Winya Pedifobia more experience, Baba Betufo. So the head of civil service, Dr. Evans Agredako, Wakahon. The head of local government service, Dr. Nana Ato Arthur Ekahon. The secretary to cabinet, Ambassador Mercy Deborah Kakari, and I'll be best here, Kari, and so Ekahon. And after national security coordinator, Mr. Edward Asumani, and so Eka. Now, statement the team will be officially inaugurated on Wednesday, December 11, 2024, following a meeting between President and the President-elect, who will serve as co-chairpersons of the team. So, Emrano HSA, Mampenyi Nanado, and a Mampenyi, you know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I was almost served as co-chairs. But they also have the discretion. So mubetimi a delegate omutumino ediama obia omwajidie mapa ewanimu tieme enyo obia kwa ne de sa adwumadie no ehye ne nsa obia omwajidie mapa ewanimu. So in the case of Nanado, what the man chief of staff Akosua Fremo Pare. In the case of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, what the man chief of staff Julius Debra Kani chief of staff, and on this Eddie Bren on the day, Eddie Amanti Omo, and a Baba Jinam, Ediama, Amampani, Numi, now Omatimi, a co chair, a year, a transition team, no, Edumadi, in the absence of the presidents. So, Eti and then Shemunu Bakosone, Shemubakwa, a Bakoswa Yenina Yeni, Ediache, a San Shemunu between President John Dramani Mahama and, of course, President Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado. You ever said you need to be but say yeah pa transition team no want to ma na ya da omujumadi na di ni abo ben say omujumadi no e chance here and day me manya information say and na awianwumre mu no wabrabo no miensa no and as adwumadi we e be chance and you can trust TV XYZ and a Power 97.9 a Radio XYZ 93.1 with election powerhouse say yeah this adwumadi no ebebram live with TV so wabra mpedifo nyina Asia na adwumadi no omatimi e dia hyehyɛ so but yɛn free ha na yɛnkɔ sɛdeɛ mmarahyɛ badwafie esitie saa bere meka mmarahyɛ badwafie na enam kwa so a eba meka the 9th parliament of the 4th republic of Ghana. Now based on aba yɛkɔto yɛ wabato a esi yɛ na ebim no emiamia bi no ɛda so yɛ in contest apreapre masotwe ɛda so wɔso ni nyina no say na mfonyi ni sitie oba upper west NDC in fact afa mano dodo na afa nkonya no dodo na so 11 seats a ɛwɔ upper west no NDC afa ni nyina so you say 11/11 upper east ɛso yɛ 15/15 NDC afa mani nyina anase nkonya ni nyina ɛna Oti region Honorable Kofi Adams ebeba studio say or a member of parliament ema adehye wo buem empeswa so wo kan bi ena enkonya nkuru ni nyina ewo Oti region no abedi NDC afa woko voter region oh baby aye green NDC afa 18 seats ena wo voter region NDC afa nyina ena fe so woko bono isa enkonya ni ye 11 NDC afa mu nkron so 11 minus 9 ebe say mama masreka 9 10 11 eti enkonya mienu ena akodi MPP afa ena enkonya nkron no abedi NDC afa ewo bunu east so 9/11 ena fe so ukobuno emantem wana total number of seats ewo ho 12 no NDC afa mu 11 eti ba ko na aka no MPP ni dia ena wokọ ahafo so a enkonya a wo ho ye nsia enkonya nsia na wo ho no NDC afamu num ena ba ko aka no MPP edia okọ savana enkonya a wo ho ye nsia NDC afamu num ena MPP afa ba ko oba Greater Accra ha se ya and Greater Accra no ya omiamia bebre amansotwe dade ho eno atama east mansotwe apre sa na yehu se presiding officer oye adwuma man abatro commissioner ɛsɔ Vicky Bright nsa man nsa so sɛ Vicky Bright ɛna ɛdi nkunim ɛna afei so kɔ Ablekuma North a yɛhunu sɛ presiding officer ama honorable Ewurabena Obeng nsa so ɛde kyerɛ sɛ wɔdi nkunim ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Ablekuma North. So sabra yɛn kasa yi mfonyi a yɛn wɔ election powerhouse yɛn nsa ka wɔ Greater Accra ɛkyerɛ sɛ nkonya maako 39 no ɛwɔ Greater Accra no NDC afɛmu 30 seats abɛyɛ NDC dia. So meaning sɛ 4 naka no ɛnso ɛwɔ hɔ. Afei Oba Central Region in Fifi Mantem San Fifi Mantem and ebi dream say oh NDC wo mo nya ade bia hɔ ahwɛ mfa ma mo okɔhwɛ ma mo tuma John Mahama we yembe show ye be basu later but on in parliament no enkonya mako aduonum yensa 23 seats a ɛwɔ Central Region no emu 18 abɛyɛ NDC dia. Afei yɛkɔ Atoye Mantem Western Regional enkonya mako dunso a ɛwɔ hɔ no emu dunum 15 and abɛyɛ NDC edia. So there are 17 seats in the Western Region, 15 at your NDC dia. Now, you go Western North. Western North and so, Egonya Makuma Kron and our can you imagine? NDC are forming what? Wow. NDC have 8 seats in the Western North region. Afei eba Epoye Mantem Eastern Region. Hona man for dreams and NDC want to be found in 9 8 what Emma ne 9 swano. Asan Sodiano and Tali Eastern Region, but there are footprints of the NDC all over the Eastern Region. And there are 33 seats and a Eastern Region. NDC are not coming say 1 year 1 day our Eastern Region. 10 seats in the Eastern Region. So 33 seats are our Eastern Region. No NDC etima famu edu 10. Now Northeast in Sussein City here. Enkwenya mako nsia na ho NDC famu miensa. Ashanti Region enkwenya mako aduanan so 47 and our Ashanti Region. So we had the entire 16 regions now. Ashanti Region pana one more constituencies in the dorsal. They have about 47 constituencies making 47 seats. Now with regards to the 47 seats, NDC etima famu and so this is supposedly the stronghold of the MPP. NDC afamu and so 40 akano MPP for Edia. After Yakwa Northern Region, there are 18 seats at one Northern Region. Northern Region one NDC etima famu dumienu 12 seats and NDC dia and kaino MPP dia. So in generality sawotwe enkwanyano said ye nenhihye no besi akọ ewo mrahye bedwafia. They say NDC was dominant side power over 186 seats and the independent candidates and as independent parliamentary candidates yatu omoso abano as I say omobeko as independent members of parliament omunkonya no ye mako miensa and the MPP die as of timer ye hihye we no na gina eduowotwe and so 87 seats. So NDC was 186 and the MPP was 87 and the independent was 3. Okani nyina boma 276 seats. Aye preho our mrashe bedwafie no. Ninsunsu anso no say in the city. So NDC almost in fact we for 2/3 majority our mrashe bedwafie with 186 seats. Well, it's mrashe bedwafie said ye city no. Now asamba akwa ye betumi dia to mampanyi abedi achire a wo kwa homigiem fi se Ghana for say omu hia no sabre so mbeye mampanyi enti ye to abetia no wonya 41%. Enra minim se ogoda ye ena odwene hu sense wontumi a obetina radio so ka say ebra vice president ebeji tum se aba no wadi ntwo no na woni ho eti wono kra no ene nwan say vice president ne beyesa minim se nkomo bi ene course wo atire ho se de yo fi se nra yete ye Ghana yete ye ba bia ye ni agise nkunimdi aba ya dwen ni mampanyi Mahama eba ba ya maye no ewa na ba umi aba ebedwa yasum. In fact enye se wo dwa yasum keke wo wasanso bedi ye Ghana fo a ye sori ahomache koto santene etu aba was a be di yatem Baumia insulted the Ghanaian voter and me betrem yenti America sa memwe tie press conference ya no wotem kukurudu no a wotwekura na ema no what is body language what is demeanor ade we na won peso obeye ye force no no obeye says ono na ye de ne ono ani gyagyirege because enkomo ban ne yebedi afa Baumia ho Baumia baba abaye mampanyia bedi akire a na dwuma ankoyi a Ghana fom fili no Ghana fom pe no enu nti yanto aba ama no na waluzu awi obekọ ne baabi no wo say be di the Ghanaian voter atem be kam yentia emana NDC fu anya no enye omudie o na yen ye jama omo can you imagine say emano NDC for enkunim die na aba na wo mu bo se omani age no ba omi ase enye NDC for na awini bibia na emom wo mu MPP for wo mu ono ba omi no wo mu na jemu wo mu na jai ma no edema no afa yemra reality yenya analysis why ena to aba ye kan eye wo Ghana ni a waso se obeto aba nia wadi mfiedu nwotwe na adwim da ho a wo ye Ghana ni a okura asensode a eche so ye Ghana ni a ni din wo abato nwomanim no wono ena ni kokromoti no ekasa eche nipa wadi nkunim our presidential race and as parliamentary elections. So no political party and no candidate can claim ownership to votes. Vote no a young Ghana for the baby a pe and ye de kwa eti yempe Baumia eti yamfa no yepe President John Dramani Mahama eti ne de yema dodo no ye dai ema omo yepe omo parliamentary candidates eti na yema dodo no ye dai ekọ omo nchan so se Baumia benya daje eye press conference be say edidi Ghana for atema. The question is say what will he be remembered for? What eba economy na wo more number wapon what eba ekwan ya yemfa so eni nkunim ema ya manyokuo ewa abatoa mu a wunim ye wabon wunim campaign ye wunim said ye see a craft messenger eba chi nkofo amo mato abama. Look at the kind of Turkan campaign wa ye and then my imagine say me to ayampia but also we ye ka and I imagine nyai wait I was ye ka so the Baumia betre ni wo de tie no
na menje se mo beba sa Dwaboase nyame hira mo nyina ni no ene chairperson Julie ene mo a mo ka ho nyina we de mo ahye no kra ye koto aba se de ye nyina na ye hwe se be ye no aba sa enti ene ye gitu mo se o fi aba no a President Mahama ne NDC no we ni but said them kind we interest is over battle you lose battle but war na dey you lose it me person be shemu nyina kora there e won no say dey mu amu election yen na ye de ma NDC enye omo numbers no answer from 2020 yen de no above from by 40%. Yonti analysis no is simple nti adia me pese ye nyina ye hu say united we stand divided we fall.
So Baumia no after now on suade but Baumia will never accept responsibility. And I hope the rank and file of the MPP no more. I hope some more. MBB agitaafo na mo gina wana na mo bom nsem. I don't know say bia wakasa no wakasa ntentem someone take brofo na no waka no say I don't know. Because this is not something you should be clapping about. Where ya enya asema yebo ho nsem no. You should be sad. Say leader what them call battle no. And that one on one jinin fum so ntum. Was say eba no yeni eje mu ma NDC. Really? Baumia? One jinin fum so ntum 41% no na ma bay. 41% as against His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the 56% no. Now, yet President John Dramani Mahama, Brana Wotu, Ghana Mabuni Bia, Womudia Bufuesi Abonting, no more state installations, Elquaso vandalism. Was that Adubreo? Yet,
and sisters, I come before you tonight as your president-elect to again express my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support in Saturday's election. This is a moment of hope, unity, and opportunity for our great nation. However, I must address a matter of urgent importance tonight. Transitions from one administration to another create the impression of a vacuum of power, and certain people are easily compelled to act in their own parochial interest instead of the national interest. I've received reports of attacks on state offices and installations. While it's unclear who is behind these attacks, I condemn them in no uncertain terms. These acts must cease immediately. As I said during my post-declaration speech, I urge the youth not to vent their frustration in criminal enterprise. Instead, they must channel their anger and frustration into the positive enterprise of resetting and rebuilding our beloved nation. I urge all our citizens to remain calm and avoid actions that could harm our institutions and our democracy. We have fought hard for change, and now is the time to demonstrate our commitment to rebuilding the Ghana we want through unity and understanding. Because state power is still in the hands of the present administration, I call on the President and the security agencies to act decisively to curb the ongoing acts of lawlessness immediately. I thank you, my fellow citizens, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana.
God bless you, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Wakuma pani odwa woma omaino netire ma okasasano. Yes, yenim say before wo mu de, ba de ba ko so nyina ye hunu ni say e wom say ndi se di nkuni mu abato yi mu. Sabre no tumi ni nyanda ne ma e ma John Mahama nsem. Sabre nana do ne ba omiamu daso wa ban mu tumi no e daso wo mu nsem. On January 7, se Mahama e so awie no so akonfra mu. Ewia sabre no ena nana tumi na ede adani ye. Yes, ya to aba ya che ya adwen se nanado ne ba umiamu ni ngugu nkaka no yempe ba ye pani monyamfo ohutini nimdini John Dramani Mahama ne Professor Nana Jeno Pogwajiman ene omodom omo ne yepo omo so ya che ya adwen abato ni sunsu aso a Jane Adokwe Mensa declare ya we was say it is finished no excess ade no so oman no so baby adru no ye gina nkwantana baby adru no ye tikika ye damena mu anie ade bia ye be ye betimi de oye ne aba no ebe ma gidie no akoso akofom gidie titiri wo oman ga na sikasemu a ebetimi abaye akwansidie e de ama wo mu a omunya ya omude omusika bebamban yi mu so a tricky situation any woman and said the next city 2016 no 2016 no and this is sabre yo because John Mahama free abemu 2016 no na investor confidence that's wo na investor confidence that's wo na aba enyuma hodo a efri amanane a ewo man Ghana no mo free memu ha no mo daso ha power changing hands smoothly. So omo buy ya no mo yes no mano. Now they did not risk any situation. Investor confidence ebe depot. So they had that liberty. So mbeti maya sadi way. But on mine no mo handy over omo NPP for no. Handy over Ediama NDC no. My brothers and sisters, so let's approach Wayno with caution. To say the President John Mahama, I cannot. Deputy Deputy National Organizer Emma NDC Amayokono Mustafa Gbande Wabra and Mebuni be called Jolu Ghana Gas head office one and Omode Basabasa Yoko wa me yenyan in Metro TV reporter be Sasumbo said yo. Asumbono eba eno nti wadun sokra eguno Metro TV reporter no edun so guno ya Emma TV3 reporter wadwane fa baby on the bibia anka no by Metro TV reporter no according to TV3 reporter no Asumbo said yo ena odun so ye de eguno that act is bad said therefore ye omadwuma mo nyo omadwuma sade no munyai se we mu ye ya mamu nya bi ntwa so Gofo no mo yes and ye ni momo. So that is why I pause for a here some be na gofo kura ye hu mo. But Mustafa Gbande ko no. What your foot will be my mebuno no. Tie.
Intel about this matter. Yeah, so like I said, we got an information that some of our guys have invaded this place. And we followed up only to get to know that a handful of our party security guys were here. And so I decided to find out what the issues are. And their mission was very simple. That Owusu Bempa was operating from here and attacking everyone from outside. And this is a public office. So once there's a change of government, they wanted to ensure that he no longer operates from here. But I told them that His Excellency the President have instructed that we have the support of Ghanaians to keep Ghana very peaceful, and that much as he's committed to ensure that whosoever have done something wrong will be held responsible, we must do so in accordance with law. We must ensure that there is law and order in the country. We have discussed with our people. We have also discussed with the Inspector General of Police to take full control of the country. We cannot leave a security guard. We do understand the sentiments of our people. We do understand their reaction. But in doing so, we must make sure that we are at the side of the law. So we have explained, and they have left. I'm still here to ensure that I collaborate with the police to make sure that we reinforce protection for the area, so that in the process that all of us live, we don't have intruders who may not have been part of this ones who came here taking advantage to either attack the place at the surprise of all of us or otherwise. So that's why I'm still here. I want to reiterate that a commitment of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is that we will continue to talk to each and everyone to have a peaceful Ghana, so that we go into the Christmas peacefully. Whatever is being stolen, whatever is being taken, will be traced and retrieved at the right time. If you have an information somebody has stolen anything, it is not for you to take the law in your hands. We have empowered the police, and they are still in charge of this country. They are in charge of all of us. Nobody is bigger than the law. The police are in charge, and whosoever is caught in unlawful conduct will be dealt with the police. So we entreat our party people to just be calm and listen to what leadership has to do as far as all these issues are concerned.
Well, that's Mustafa Gbande, one Deputy National Organizer, Emma NDC Amayukono no ko Jolu Ntente me say free zones, former free zones penino yaboafo twumboafo and now ono so ekowa na wo hwe se bibia ebedadin. But you see aban japade amafo ko wiewia na no so ne de amafo ko sesa etintabo de ko he. So positive way Omaini to me no, and that's what I'm saying. Crime is crime, inequality. Crime is crime. So a good say a year and 24 years sima. Omoshama adjobrel adani wedi. But me found kwable kuma north. Sabra yenka say the member of parliament elect a honorable Ewurabna Obeng. Yetena kaso bedin kunim, wedin kunim. Honorable Ewurabna Obeng. na honorable aware honorable Akuya Owusu Afriye kane no MP Emma Ablekuma North ena olusu ye ena wakọ no wayede wasamba na anu ya nso abato course no olusu ye woni Sam George honorable Sam George member of parliament maningo pram akasakasa because wo muntem na akasakasa ni nyina che no baabi no mu kan kodura ne ekwan a abato commission panifo no omo faso emuaboa emma no wabra yato abawia ye twen abato ne nsunsuanso hwewei Enti na de ekoso no ewo ekoso wo eye Ablekuma North baby aye boaboa emana no akasakasa ekoso na nibra ba na bufu aba and you see ade ba ko edi akotene ni the way honorable Sam George and nibri ye na wo yes what stop ne nkofo ni bia no mo vandalize properties ye abato commissioner na say asye ho no edia but enkomo we ni akasakasa we nyina is on how are your quality results. For instance, Okotema Isa, how is it possible? Say, NDC for pink sheet no. Abato komisano, nenza shasiye, bibia woho. But MPP ni diye. Wasn't it no who baby afa. Now be become yentia. Abato komisa penino, what tregu krata ebiso. Nena so what tregu krata ebiso no. Me jintum. Why na so being said say what declare and say wanuna what did kudimu abato mu? Is it not the presiding officer? Na sabato komisa woni hihemu ache say whatever area hono presiding officers no omunka mom no munya adwuma moma wo MPB a woni na mo ba bia na Greater Accra Regional Minister e wo so hwe na wo ye wadwuma no wagya wadwuma to na nenam e na so yenya odai Vicky Bright adi nkunim opa akwaje wonti ase akokot abato ni nsunsu anso no mo a monti ase no mo kokot MPB for na marry na mo mpese mo begya atum se marry no amama oman na begina stand still be as ye ko as ye nko what kind of sad loser attitude is that? What is that? Muriana ma begina abonten ye press conference apepa ma no te say de BBNC ye na mu twamfonyi bi te say de NDC mom eno mo de akaka bensam abeya kwansidi amamo. They know how to cry, oh, these people. Woman said yes, it's true. I said, we do only a contokwa. Now only a na cow. But now so I 20. Oh, Papa, I know as you. What you babu because of that, you saw your penny. And that is what the NDC, the MPP people are doing. Woman that come first, yeah, welcome you. Welcome here. Baby, we across the country, and I am praying, 2020, we had the chance, say. Why I can't want them? 2020, we had the chance, say. By a person, minor quantity. So we will not look back. Forward ever. Young quantity, not young share a year. Idea was so a brand results no a delay said na mebruno ebu esiefu ewo a year EC officer omokoso mayhem no na media no afa EC district officer ewo asuboy ewo ayensu ano said ye twa agatu mu basabasa ye no be a course no ye mobile videos no back to back and share your for near tie for
The area has caught fire.
no na spokesperson ma ayensu ano MP no eche nie ntia saade we esiye yentie no wabra na woni nsentwefo kasa spokesperson ma eye MP no yentie no
nti yesu yedu wo no kra ye na fa ye ko ye dinanim ho ansa ne ya mwe ba ko dinso yi omo no mu nse na ko bi gina window nechi nti wo se de boy no gina wo no na ko awo ni ye nti echi ne wo se bisu no ba ansa ne wo se boy ne na this harmony no what time nti ma safu ni na time wan san kan o tokuro nti ya na ansa e bedu ho no police photo you do operate seconds in the young boys in so ye echi obi a no obeka se o kwere o die nanim ye petuni na ye jensa esusu ye sa ye bloko kwa ti ni ya do won wo yina ko side back and sana boy no ko di saboni ya me tikasa kura ye ba ro so ba lo kide so okay and they be da domnasi na yakọ na yakọ nti asema wo ho ne ya be so police for they be ni
so ayenzo no MP no ne spokesperson no ne kasama fo no na church ni a course wo ye gwa ahoma no so na ye ne Mustafa Bande Sulemana nkasa no sorry Mustafa Muhammad Sulemana Buru East communications officer Emma NDC amanyoko no ye ne no eni komomfa ye Buru East senior emano abato no koe no ne nsunsu aso titiru na so bedwafie ede no cause can medical to when him say 911 as in 9 seats and NDC no enya but ono no say 11 near to kasa no ahoma so Mustafa Kwaba e be say ma hwe Mustafa mo miansa raise no e wo phone so na ye ne no endi enkomo ina enkomo eyade a ehunya pa wogu so a wo hwe TVXY say wutie wo Power 97.9 and of Sudi at Facebook Live Power 979 YouTube so XYZ broadcasting Salome yeah Genfio what's a good morning Kwame Minkah we need not give Baumia the attention he's looking for. Baumia is acting like Pharaoh of Egypt and he and his MPP will get what they deserve since they can't see it is the hand of God. Mustafa ba humano so ana okay you so ya wo so humano na ye ne no edi enkomo Mustafa e pese wo tenetene nsem bi yedi kan e de to mani se e baburu is na enkonya maako du ye du ba ko no e wo buru is no NDC enya mu nkron but Mustafa se no nya sa na tie e ye 11 seats ni nyina e na abedi e ye NDC afa e de na ba sa die na si ye e de na kire na dance die no wai eno ne questions am ba bebusa no wabra ye guso a ye pusu ahoma no amena ba so me be se me ko bibi foforo so na metwa so aba na nkyai enti Mustafa ba bia wo bia no mesrew ben wa ahoma no na ye ntimi eni ko Mustafa Muhammad Sulemana eye bunu is communications officer Emma NDC amanyoko no Mustafa akwaba
ya je opedin kase
bibi aboko de
adono mpebo na otufo nyankopon aje tata akodru boshemai
na ewruzie die no wo bunu is no eja na asa da so ho
Rocha sambre biu
na mi busa se ewruzie die no to say the who granny a year Ghana for Nanino, Waburu is no a giant nasa and that's all.
Oh, we said the other year, a Jinamu Pampe, if you say, near Eddie Two, you need to edit to Yakuma say, Otum for Yankopo and Yamayano, Otum for Yankopo, Ayamae. It's the Yanikra, na a Syria, and I'm Tuntum de Mo, Otum for Yankopo.
Mato say, now, Buru is no, my guarantee as I will say, 11 seats in Bedi and his Yafa. Edian
Agenda 11 Eura Yunas Wusu, a ball Captain Bano, original chairman, no, a Bermu City, Sitana Pepe. If you say, through East, through West, Yansaka, Sene East, Sene West, Yansaka, Atabuba Mante, Kintampo North, Kintampo South, Unkrasa North, Unkrasa South, and a Tichman North, Tichman South. About to one Pesiasu, a Duba pulling in a egu NDC ya kente mwa ya aswa ede bankai
na twema mentwena na ekokɔ so ewo miamia bi tesesene ne Pro East no eno no eye de kɔ wie se sese de NDC ede nkunimboe mu
tiawa o hwe eye sene abato no a enye asembia ekwa so yire so announcement mu asekwa eba mu ye kai a ye wura twumasi amfofo efie na ye twemu no odi nkunim na nkunim die no ole ye wura make na mmadodo a ede omuntem ye mmadu nsia nti etu ne din MP16 esi America no afo ye kwoto aba na no memenda no ye wura twumasi amfofo enya 13,824 13,824 and a Eura MPP ni Joseph Kuma McKay and looking at 13,364 it's a difference in 462 votes
and
MP16 no you say other way over 1,000 votes appreciation
wow
1,000% yes when you have 462 20 return officer no man in so declare no ada no a mentino say ba kokura ambam
okay is it not just the
Chima South
yes
but so sambra bi
oh no to also Chima South koso
ena Chima South so and also ya to abano ewie ye aye kenkan no ye kan akodu presidential ana ka polling station yensa aye no na nsamba ku yenu wo na so no kra no na his excellency John Dramani Mahama enya mano 50,760 50,760
yeah
and a year Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and also 36,421 36,421 now polling station yensa na someone Dwaboase Islamic
okay
Diamond DAJHS and I can also DAJHS but Dwaboase Diano overvoting
okay
and a Diamond Diano easy NDP sheet oh that's the DAJHS I was also easy any but easy there Sammy so in you can pin sheet now easy any pin sheet overvote one yes say in Janto na yanko enim na yanko parliamentary no so kenkan and sana easy no of headquarters ama omode ichirimu aba say na yemo fasa a police station yes anenye yembo ntungu ana say yenkan na yentin film na nyeyi but asat ne be bom yensana to and sana yakwo kenkan parliamentary no na emadodo a excellency John Dramani Mahama enya no 50,760 and Bawumia 36,421 and sana be kenkan parliamentary no so they can do 152 police stations
yeah
Chiman South, Ekra, 282 polling stations. 282 police stations. I can go through 152. Namina, Mayor, regional monitoring team leader for the Chiman South. If some of them are maybe taking manual recording of any EC, kind of. It's emergency call from the regional office on the coin. It's not Kwabano, no matter say EC officer. No, I declare you were Dr. Christopher Basun Tibere with 44,986. 44,986. And you were Honorable Martin Ajay Mensa Costa. That's 43,730. 43,730. Into figures are maybe free near a bar as declaration. No, a chile and I made cement more city abba. Say you are easy no say yes, no, I'm all declare.
Why not?
Why
not share no?
Why not share no, dear? Why not share no? I know, dear, and no, I'm not going to teach my press conference. With your one of Minyana Santi and say, Mutu and a monko easy. Return officer no. And I return officer can say, I owe a declaration. May share no, and owe a declare Mr. Wine. Medium and young way. So, Coco may see and I say, would you mention a share no more declaration? It's the minimum say, NDC, yeah, no. Agenda 1111 no, a bemu or bun is. It
is Susubia Mae, Techiman South no, Abbey NDC Diana.
Techiman South Diana, Abbey NDC Dia with 44,986 against 43,730.
It's Martin James Akosare.
Sana, easy, a declare.
It's honorable Nari.
Senator Numa Abba Mount West. If you were Dr. Christopher Basun today and the airport parliament.
Okay. Now, Martin the Germans are Jatum say, worry.
Also, Jintum, I don't know, say, Obeto also now, the same course not a cool. Say, to the Messiah in the piano. It didn't say, easy, I declare, you will declare. Minimum say is more clear. The son of minimum.
All right, very well. Matthias, Medo say Mustafa Mohammed and Ubra Winyamaya no pay Mustafa Mohammed and no 1 year Bono East communications officer Emma NDC Amanyo Kunabusia ye tonton sansan ye de to na so eno mebu a was ye kaka mo mesramo mami abronye chacha bia wakwato ye wona 2 akwato chacha bi omo say ye mfa to ento Ghana for so wa bra ye to chacha omo de omo kwato chacha omo to free na free no nsunsu aso ene omo ne na fe wa mama prophet ozu bemba a reply we are now abani ye de tonton sansan na to ye hwe
kanwa ha nsi subia ene de tese
ene second
oh second day
October 2024
okay uchi me ya bia ma obi ere me ye bibia ma osisi ya
o nyankoma de ara
o me nyankoma de me ye bibia ma nyankoma de me ye bibia ma na manfo adi adanse o da se je
o kasa fo
me dia ma ato kepu me dia ma enra onsu bempa ani asofofo akoko chen kom say mahama baweni onsu bempa mena dey fine pa
okay
ka bia ye papa o wiase bi obi woni fie ka bia ye papa e wo wiase obi woni fie onfa kinu ba ko mejaw
tena odi ejami
me dey dawi me
aje enkofo no be yo mo na me o mo challenge me o mo challenge me Share. What in radio su challenge me o su bempa. Onyame akwa. Onyame akwa o challenge me. Awurade. Enkofo no be yo mo. Me o mo challenge me. O mo challenge me.
938.
Eti ejina we so de tonton sansan no atoa o mare. Pa, fi.
Aman ya maya. Ayo ya ne wom. Ya peso bia ba adwabo na sibi. Na asem ye wo ya mu oka na me man ye. Kunsum yemfa mu mai. Motrobodo yemfa mu mai. Mosempa.
TVXY is a Point FM. Dwaboase dwumadie yi so nie. Datima. Wa betra se datima kwaba.
Mejo so Kwame.
Na de na ekoso nkrata yi.
Nkrata na de ensem dodo no a na ekoso ewomte. Me hya se de a yemfa the Herald. Dobokrata no ensha se na no pe ufa Herald wo de empanifu ahodo bi. Emfoni abegu hanum se na aka trone bro na MPP amanyoko de wo mamamwo nyina akwakoguo no. Wo kire se secret employment bi ekoso. Promotions ahodo bi ahyase mama no homre so a obko ba bi se Ghana Cocoa Board a promotion koso ho Ghana Revenue Authority Ghana Gas and afen so Senate yes ho do gina pedifo ahyase a wo mo papa manfo mo promote wo ya nei the Herald Dobokrata no wode ehonsem aba na wo fase hanso so a yewra John Dramani Mahama na ekasai yate bi ewo yasum ahwe bi dada ya sabre no wo kasatia de ekoso ewo mamu mabunu bi ahodo bi a wo mo ehhehye abjapade ahodo isi office wo mo papa datum yanti ho ase loke offices ahodo no wo kyeresa adwobre mo kama ntom yam na wono no wo mpene saa ewo mu se de ma bi ekoso mamu antwa yie de na nso so ne nyina no ewo se ye famra kwan so na yetusa adamonte wo srese kom ye na botoye mo emra maburu no wo mo nkoma entom ye me bia be ye fine why kama ntom ye
me ami nua kwa chi afre nua ma ese me nim ba bi owo de ba ebra no Ghana web one Freddie Blay eye interview bi Emma Freddie Blay justify nyentia na maburu no ye no ma bisa so you see the difference between NDC and MPP we no mo ye no aw ye ndim nkofo krompo a wo mo ye no president Mahama ba bonten say adwobrel because that time ya ye wo mu no and this 2016 no dabi praga nkofo be dwane akọ so bo me nya botre and no man yet stable na sikasam ni nyina yie ma ye de gina ya ye nyina na be boa ye
sa pepe enti no na Gomoa Traditional Council no wo so abo Yewra Mahama baso pa se de nyina ye hwehwe no eno a ne yensa akantintrim kwansem na sabre wo de akoma Yewra John Dramani Mahama se sabre enkurumdie kase akọ ede amomto madi age pa kire se de wo hwehwe a na wo no mo ensa kanti Gomoa Traditional Council no na no pay wo so ede sa ensam ababeto dwa de Herald Dobokrata no wono so ebomu amane yemfa the Inquisitor ento aso na Inquisitor wode emfoni ahodo bia ba na no pay wo se woni a wotai NPP amanyoko nkukuo die achi wode wo mu aba wo mu ka hu bi ma NPP amanyoko ereye anaso mu di ntwo ewa fia bato no emu Yewra Bomia edi ntwo no edi kan Yewra Keno Foriata enka ne osofo ya na ohwe oman Ghana esikasam so ai wodi ni foni abase papa no niema bi abre bi na ekoso ana wonti asempo MPP fo na nkasa mu senka yentu na de so ana yenyini mfiri ho na so ko wi akire mampani gene tena hwa sa waka hu bi na sa niema we nyina be na de otoso mienu Bernard Antwibuosi ako aka Chama Wuntumi Asante Regional Chairman
na homa so oda so gina okase ebra na ba omi agitum no na woni ho etiye wo ye hwan o flag bearer ajatum se wadi ntwa wo ye hwan na me ho
what eti wono so ka ho bia na Gabi Ochre dako ai wo mo se papa no ono so wadi mu akotene pa wo ka ho bi ena MPP amayoko ro mo report sa no ena paniti brekese nankasa foni a
also paniti
ti brekese no
I like that
ye odi mu akotene pa ye nam so mo mu di ntwo no
edi ne description is about paniti
ti brekese President Nana Akufo-Addo
more fire
ai the Inquisitor ena odi aba na no pesi wo mo na ka hu bi ya amasa abre MPP for di ntwo ti no na Yewra John Dramani Mahama so area tudwa ya watch say wo bay ya sabre Ghana for gina tum preko pa wo bedi mampanyi bio no wo hyebo say enye wono nko a na emom ebeye inclusive bia beba mu bi beji obi adwenkyere yemfa wentu ha yemfa wensi ha nom ne ade de Ghana fo ekomu de omu hia eno ho adwuma en wo ba beye e wo memo e de amanti yen enhyɛ so ɛna speaker nso so abo Yera Mahama Baso nkurumdie kɛseɛ ya akɔ ɛde ama no na yɛ nyina nim sɛ transitional team no edin no wanya bobɔ so bebre kyerɛkyerɛ mu dada enya bɛbɛda dwa nei the inquisitor da bokrata no wɔno so ɛde emotion
but yɛmfa nka wɔn sɛ ɔmɔ mbɛtufoɔ no on the NDC side no honorable right honorable speaker do ajaho and afi so the current right honorable speaker Alban Sumana Babe and so yeah, and on the MPP side also right honorable Michael Quay, Professor Michael Quay, the Barry how come
also come person who na yɛmfa daily graphic double kata no and to aswe said the can transitional team no din enya ababeda dwa wo kyerɛ sɛ enne na meeting first transitional meeting no hyase enne dua ya 3 p.m. sharp na kyerɛ sɛ bibia hyɛ so kama na Yera Mahama so sra wo sɛ bibia bɛda din aban niema yɛsɛsɛ no yɛnyai no ɛno so daily graphic de ɛho nsɛm aba ɛna no pay na Dr. Baomia ɛsɛ ɛwɔ mu sɛ wɔn mu aredeɛ now so still it is possible was it 2028 modi e Ghana for time tuku wo ba
ye dwen kwan a ye beji ye ho afiri amena ya watu edi ama Ghana ho odi abato na odwene ho ye firi abato bremu ye nwene abato wo sabre
I say it is possible. Victory is possible in 2028. It's one also some Edward Diabeti Yera Michael Quay Jr. Warrior and one also home what they have and Anopay and Yera Tony Obi one also include Dia Kwamano Kratai Eddie Honsem Abba Nefaye Etoso Edu Miens Yemfa Daily Post to Entwaswe na Odwanya focus ye pa Odwanya for Julius Debra one yeko chairperson at the mat transitional team NDC amanyoko no wodi ni phone aba won ehwaboa ama bibia atimi akonkan ni tima bobel pa wonu bia onimde ye kanimde fo a papa yi ene ye nyina ye di ho adanse ye dada enti daily post nso dia wodi ba ye na onwanyamfo his excellence Alhaji Said Sinari Zongo youth e wo memu boba pana ba so pa se afi adwuma ye no Zongo do nyasem ketwa wo so ka ho bi na nkurudie kase Eko Emma Yera John Dramani Mahama 80 daily post dia whatever ye enanope memfa Ghanaian Times enwie mampani his excellency John Dramani Mahama say bibia bekoso totia ye yimpai bo firi mu a enye yie enti wo besre Christopher nyina asafo wo mu Assemblies of God asafo nyina nka mu na wo mfa mpai bo ntanachi na wonyina brane na enkunumdie wontimi eni na wo ma o man Ghana eyoyo entimi enko
okasasem we wabra
wo mo enko ne na se
asofo no pedifo e assemblies
so ono so your Assemblies of God member and basa na wo so mo so konaja ye komanya me se watie mpaibo ne wabeye mampanyin enti eno ho ensem eno no kwa ma me fan share
that's it man no that's it man attaining canon. But talk about Honorable Julius Debra. Now, for the first time after many years, what do you join news for the Incomo? Now, what do you call who for money? Said the none and yes, and then someone walk out. Even US crowd within 19 minutes as it is sister here. A possible, very strategic phrase. Was it sister here? A possible master stroke, master tactician. Julius Debra. Let's talk educational consult for radio so Power FM. But that's no high sense. High sense. Omuguso moton no mano. And no man kama no ma papa no. Say your chest freezers. Say your air conditioners. Say your microwave blender, rice cooker, kettle, iron, air fryer. Our high sense and I feel so you can't the ababwama when you am kania word in enkwashowa high sense in normal sanity energy saving efficient power FM shows a hodo mo Ghana for nyina but would be more e go pay no ma papa ibito e bo so da fam high sense everyday prices for everyday people. The showrooms now are Ghana for Nanyina East Legon, Kisiman, Achimota Mall, as I'm American. North Industrial Area, Accra Opara Square, to do a one grind, Dansoman. Afoko Kumasi Nzwa, Kumasi City Mall, Kumasi Edum Post Office, Kumasi Tafo, Mankasim, Takrade, Takwa, Obuase, Kofodia, and your high sense Ajibebia. High sense everyday prices for everyday people. Mami say if you say Danny Dan, you know, say Equeda, so one, I'm a moyana, but Dreams Fertility Clinic there. Was in your diason, what I saw also in another day, or Buamana day, Abem, Saturday, but I could assume it will feel. Dr. Quaba.
Rakwa mejoso.
If you have a god, yeah.
Be a now, so I said, I be na champagne.
Oh, champagne and run in red china. Nana, one miss. Matias,
I don't pay my Michia with you. Right, 80 and pay Michia at you for Nakifunina, me free Dreams Fertility Clinic. Hospital Papa, if he abruchimem or my UK, any New Zealand, na Abagana, organic. And a natural medication and a treatment edema emane awarefo wope awo mesrawo your number no 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 nipacho dreams ensayare bia apart from ade friend fertility and infertility issue aba awarefo entem Uyo ba ope awa wachia brenda wunya bia number na media ma 0597 220 388 0597 225 389 0597 225 389 0597 225 389 awo ho asema wako hospital ni akachira wo say utube no ma block utube no a block ana utube na say wo de wuntumi mfa yafunu bibie ho a betimi ayage say why IVF na nda so asama o say sika kura de kwa IVF no unhu bi mpoda eno de say sa asem na ba abra bo mu anopai hospital a obi mba ho no mo de a wo problem aba tube no atete asay ajure gampo a obedu Dream Fertility Clinic a okwan bia so also tube ni be yi obewo afa ho afa oba number no 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 oyo ba unya miscarriage ana ofa ye furu ana say ofa ye furu ana say sister bia me di oba ho wa fa ye furu makoma 6 times ofa acha 3-4 months na say 3-4 months na say Dream Fertility say NC bio ubedu dreams ya ubewo ubenyem awo afa ho afa oba say fibroid ena ekoso sa na ma no who's the fibroid no aye tissue ena da wodie ni mo ena akwala no so aye moja toa enti omunyina pre ofa akho no mo enti fibroid no okami ya oba no pa na asfe no ade na ase na moja na bo ese oba no apon number no 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 and now who tie me na oyo ba o premature menopause oba sister young girl une wonu unya ndu 40-45 years impo wetwabra menstruation no eba ba ko na just next year na next month me pacho ubedu dreams a ebe ma menstruation no abamu kama number no 0597 225 388 0597 225 388 and 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 and 0597 225 389 0597 225 389 me pacho oba watchemu 45 years naturally ade my dreams and that's ronku clinic and hospital organ and hanyina about fertility na me we uyo ba wanya 40-45 50 years impo wetwabra naturally wetwabra untimi wu bio anka ne papa mu ana say nipa nyansam untimi wu bio ubedu Dream Fertility Clinic ye ne say ye ma waduro ne no wato nchia 3 weeks within the period of 3 weeks just a day abaji adu na start anom to 3 weeks period no e wo se bu se biu ye no to nchia se wo se bu se biu ubu nsa pa kire se wo betimi atonkosua utunkosua pa kire se wo betimi anyem enti wanya 50 45 48 49 55 mpo na person sa wo bie mu a me pa cho Brad Dreams Fertility Clinic eya brochire clinic a yɛde organic medication ɛna ɛyɛ adwuma ɛnyɛ chemical. Number no yɛ 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 and 0597 225 388 0597 225 388. Clinic hope dreams pa na oba abrofo na check o scan no na ya hwe ama wadru ama won so wakọ afa ho ba medi manu si mangusa anu jana no de mesrew bibi obema yese wo impotent ye ka impotent a yese wo de wuntimi woda ana wo premature ejaculation unya de to ano obi wo so ne yere ni pre romance kura no ajamu eno de dangerous pa obedu bra kwa me obepamo
no fire
mesrew men jamu wo kwan so gu me mani mu ase ana obema wo erectile dysfunction obema ni ntimi nsore bema na ntimi nsore ya ntimi mpinsuo ni nko ayi agropama no so ona me say bema na yo say so na gina opinti na to atokyere zani o what in the zoo.
That's right.
Number no 0599 555 220 0599 555 220. E wo say bema ni gina wo into bema obema ni gina ho yie no e be den so obetumi awo. Last one I made sorry so you will be a friend secondary infertility. What will pain now so I want him be bio and your friend secondary infertility obema ti make as o me dem awo pain mi school time ni obi we intermediate me jam na so me pacho bibi betumi atochima woni padue no ma wa wo nne no ochina wo ho betuma ye odin enti sa won ne mba me mfa nche oba na nko a mu mienu nyina mo mra na mu bedu ho no mo a wako hospital ya catch us bema ni oba bibia ye okay mu bibia unexplained infertility ade no we se mu ye okay oba ne ye kama bema ne ye kama nso awon ne mba u bedu dreams a ye ma organic medication a boost to system no be ma obanu kosha na well mature be ma the sperm no a develop kama na otimi ade ahia na ma wo afa mo afa mo ba number no ye 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 and 0597 225 388 0597 225 388 and 0597 225 389 0597 225 389. Dreams our tema community 22 o friend number no a ye be ma direction doctor nkasa be peke no no di nkomo ama appointment time bia o pese obehia no ono obetima hia na won so wakowo na ya to badin na wato diaper ma manfo ache wato o ma manfo ache bra na won se yan to badin na yan kasa won so wawo afa ho afa ba bra kwa me se me da
se o so baby shower no emfatao emfatao pa ebusu Dwaboase ni power 97.9 Dreams Fertility Clinic and ato on Kano Afenso Health Alert Clinic dane dan nyina omokono heba say ye fichiko mu hawo say ye ohunam nyina na tutu hypertension stroke no pebble some prostate yade fari nyina bedan ye e Health Alert Clinic ya dane dan nyina ekono heba ye fisio nyina ho any machine treatment. In fact, for a year, Mamma physio, no, you have machine treatment. Yes, also the FDA and massage. Yes, also say, yes, I say, you find your mama, you bay and the camera. What you bet your home? Or Bradumaya, we a Bora Health Alert. Nepaja Hotom. Or yet, one refrigerator, because he mean that, but the refrigerator, a quasifia dano, or Tenasifra no pano, so ekwasi enyumrebremu no num Jomacha kwa Medina Kaswa Pokwase Ashama na Takrade better from 0242 518893 and 0242 518865 Health Alert na yakona heba 21st Clinic Guswaya Sciatic Expert Otwasi ntiri didi mko nasi wono oya na altia na nuane brofo kese yo Sciatic yi eno ane sa ya na wote eko Otwasi ntiri mu wono enti nuane so abawura Sciatic Expert 21st Clinic said be ya a doctor for be show come na hoto aba from 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 21st Clinic Sciatic Expert Mama Shemo TVXYZ ye Daniel one best see ye ba wa him come on ye twaso ye honorable Kofi Adams member of parliament Emma this year wo buem empaso so omasa agina tum e ka chene se won san komra se be fie na wɔnkɔsi wɔn anan mu ɛnɛ nkɔmɔ bɛyɛ ne yɛdi nkɔmɔ ɛde afa transition no ho ɛnɔɔma ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhunu nia wɔn bɛyɛ ɛnɔɔma ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtwe adwene sisi wɔ abira aban foforɔ no by ɛyɛ January 7 ɔbɛhyɛ ne nnwuma ase yɛba.
Brothers and sisters, I come before you tonight as your president-elect to again express my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support in Saturday's election. This is a moment of hope, unity, and opportunity for our great nation. However, I must address a matter of urgent importance tonight. Transitions from one administration to another create the impression of a vacuum of power, and certain people are easily compelled to act in their own parochial interest instead of the national interest. I've received reports of attacks on state offices and installations. While it's unclear who is behind these attacks, I condemn them in no uncertain terms. These acts must cease immediately. As I said during my post-declaration speech, I urge the youth not to vent their frustration in criminal enterprise. Instead, they must channel their anger and frustration into the positive enterprise of resetting and rebuilding our beloved nation. I urge all our citizens to remain calm and avoid actions that could harm our institutions and our democracy. We have fought hard for change, and now is the time to demonstrate our commitment to rebuilding the Ghana we want through unity and understanding. Because state power is still in the hands of the present administration, I call on the President and the security agencies to act decisively to curb the ongoing acts of lawlessness immediately. I thank you, my fellow citizens, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Family. I have some of my best and greatest friends in the church, and in every step that I have taken, I know that the church has followed me with prayer, and especially in the run-up to this election, I know all the prayer networks and chains that were actively praying for our success, and this cannot be by our might. I was positive that we'll win, but the extent of this victory, I mean, it can only be God's hand at work. And it's one of the biggest endorsements that Ghanaians have ever given to any president. And so, like our General Superintendent said, this is the time we need prayer even more, because the expectations of Ghanaians are going to be very high. And we all know that the country is in a severe economic crisis. It's going to take a lot of hard work to bring it back. And so we'll expect that the church will continue to pray for us. And we also will reciprocate that love the church has shown us by being advocates and ambassadors of the church, as we have already been. And like I said the other time, it is a happy coincidence that two things are going to happen: that a member ascends to the presidency and we hold the World Congress in 2026. So we'll give all our visiting church members a very warm welcome when they arrive in the country, and we'll continue to strengthen our faith, continue to follow the spiritual guidance that my local pastor Ben Tete gives me. Him and Reverend Ayesu flood my phone with Bible text every day. Sometimes I'm not able to read it because we get back to the hotel room at about 3 a.m. But then the following day, when I have a little time, I'm able to go through. And I think that the prayer has been good, and we'll continue to honor, our church and do whatever we can to promote, our faith. As you said, the issue of LGBTQ is still an issue that is pending, and it is our hope that this president will sign the bill. But if he doesn't sign it, the bill will expire, and it means that the next parliament must look at it again. And of course, like I said, we're not people who promote that kind of attitude. The Bible is very clear on issues like that, and so we'll continue to remain faithful to our spiritual guidance and do the things that are necessary to do. So I want to thank you all for taking time, traveling from everywhere to come and join us. And I'm sure that we'll have the opportunity to celebrate after 7th January when the actual swearing in takes place. Right now we're going to begin the process of transition. And so, as I said yesterday, the president called me and we discussed the transition. And so the first meeting is taking place tomorrow at 11 a.m. And we'll inaugurate the joint transition team. And they'll start working from now till the inauguration. And we'll have to, between the two parties, discuss issues and make a smooth takeover of the next government from this one. So we'll need prayers for all that, and I'm sure that you'll continue to stand firmly behind us. But I want us to thank my wife Lodina for the support she has given me during the campaign. Her work was very effective in terms of supporting me and strengthening the opinion about us that people have begun to realize. I mean, the maternity wards that she built, and commissioned, which go directly to help maternal care, and has been very effective. I think she played a very good role. I don't deserve the credit alone. A good part of the credit goes to her. And so thank you very much, and God richly bless you. Family. I have some of my best and greatest friends in the church, and in every step that I've taken, I know that the church has followed me with prayer, and especially in the run-up to this election, I know all the prayer networks and chains that were actively praying for our success, and this cannot be by our might. I was positive that we'll win, but the extent of this victory, I mean, it can only be God's hand at work. And it's one of the biggest endorsements that Ghanaians have ever given to any president. And so, like our General Superintendent said, this is the time we need prayer even more, because the expectations of Ghanaians are going to be very high. And we all know that the country is in a severe economic crisis. It's going to take a lot of hard work to bring it back. And so we'll expect that the church will continue to pray for us. And we also will reciprocate that love the church has shown us by being advocates and ambassadors of the church, as we have already been. And like I said the other time, it is a happy coincidence that two things are going to happen: that a member ascends to the presidency and we hold the World Congress in 2026. So we'll give all our visiting church members a very warm welcome when they arrive in the country, and we'll continue to strengthen our faith, continue to follow the spiritual guidance that my local pastor Ben Tete gives me. Him and Reverend Ayesu flood my phone with Bible text every day. Sometimes I'm not able to read it because we get back to the hotel room at about 3 a.m. But then the following day, when I have a little time, I'm able to go through. And I think that the prayer has been good, and we'll continue to honor, our church and do whatever we can to promote, our faith. As you said, the issue of LGBTQ is still an issue that is pending, and it is our hope that this president will sign the bill. But if he doesn't sign it, the bill will expire, and it means that the next parliament must look at it again. And of course, like I said, we're not people who promote that kind of attitude. The Bible is very clear on issues like that, and so we'll continue to remain faithful to our spiritual guidance and do the things that are necessary to do. So I want to thank you all for taking time, traveling from everywhere to come and join us. and I'm sure that we'll have the opportunity to celebrate after 7th January when the actual swearing in takes place. Right now we're going to begin the process of transition, and so as I said yesterday, the President called me and we discussed the transition, and so the first meeting is taking place tomorrow at 11 a.m. and we'll inaugurate the joint transition team, and they'll start working from now until the inauguration, and we'll have to, between the two parties, discuss issues and make a smooth takeover of the next government from this one. So we'll need prayers for all that, and I'm sure that you'll continue to stand firmly behind us. But I want us to thank my wife Lodina for the support. She
XYZ and a face so power 97.9. Well, and JB, Mamma share with TV XYZ on power. Yeah, Chamo said the Assemblies of God are so for them and penny for and Koma, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, your man Penya, your uniform and Koma Munini, when you fear Empire Mobomano, Senior Ono President Mahama, so dine a D, and the chair, ya so for them say Empire Mummy and Yaibo, Sabre Krawaba, Bemukran obey him more. It's your Goswania more. I don't need you with TV XYZ. But then, Jabia, Honorable Kofi Adams, Baba Tenase, now you're the Yankoma Channel, as so. But now, man, I'm with him on radio, so no me can't say me at home. Say, Bronya Bayer, the papa. And Yentia Bronya Bayer, then they say, Ghana at Tua Baye, Ayi Mampenia, or mine Dana Kumaso, Wayi Mampenia, or Passum Dre, Wayi Mampenia. Or person do a minor co baby. Where you man penia or pese or minor was abaya kono. Oh yeah. And into the bronya bed. Say Ghana for dear Russian and Niger Abba Maimwa, none is son no. But where Russia dear Nimono Kaiser Franco Trading Enterprise. From Papa Pana or Pato and Yamo Bina Bayani Bronya dear the birthday gift and I say what touch a sofubi, what touch a unia baby, what touch a beer or one man temu. Our person will feel it kekero. Mr. Bora Franco Trading Enterprise. Omo phone papa what to add. One gas over the budget. Say your iPhone, say your Nokia, say your Samsung. Phone bay. Franco no. Omo show ye. And I feel Baba for TV ya. Smart TV, free 32 inches. It was 100 inches. Ubanyani in Abia Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco air condition bomb from a from Autos and from a depana bomb when you are and those are with that Aquabida, one day Franco air condition would die, and a duck or go to be born in them. Not so sorry around bed 3 a.m. This is no Juma call the fam. Aquayasa make it with it. I didn't bother sa with your father, raw. Just say, I'm not trained. I've been in now. What done? What be change star? What be change gear? Hey, what in any now? I say, I'm not here. Sorry, go ahead, Franco air condition. When you to me, no. Na guy pa no what Franco air condition and the about them. Na omo besra osana ye eno sa no ya no mbezo mbeko wenya afi na ba be kasa chere na ewraba tena na tena o dabi Franco air condition ba na tena dem ana oho wo bia wo sombo a waba wo nchen awone ne ba be di nkomo de bi se de be ya adwuma no beti ko nanim na Franco air condition ye ebo office yi ehwie ya wonamu wa be wura office na Franco air condition yi bo me se obatira office was fair odwuma de ne be ko nanim eti bo wura Franco Trading Enterprise na pe Franco air condition yi bi to Abẹ́fo TV, smart TV, pebito, washing machine, papa, chest freezers, refrigerators, Obambon TV, the CCTV cameras, Abba. Better from 0555 939311 and 02464 22338 Franco Trading Enterprise. But that's why your phone papa PFA. Producer Niesi, presenter Niesi, Yadefaye. And yet, the guest Niesi, the Indian Najita. Honorable Kofi Adams Atenasiano no Bakai say also enya time for kese pa. The time for kese enya no when ya no frano Haxa mixture and a Haxa capsules. Anything we do no. Haxa mixture and the capsules. Bawura pharmaceutical shops I would want herbal shops I would want the copper bit officer also nyate say what to Haxa mixture and the capsules are. Tia what take can over Daniel through with him. Na wanum and you won't be any pokey crow or bob also to one time. Also, ye the bonny, also ne yadia. Who need our problem? Well, who did you cry? What problem? Because who need you and yammy ya? Who did you say the toy yamano yammy ya? And I yawno and you say, Yane yauni bio, et to two. A true say yana was a drowsy gaga. Also, ya the bonny. Also, ya diamond yadie. Etiana si anya eho anu adura bisi turika no kopebito eye Haxa mixture and Haxa capsules also tiwi ma so te aduane kra no kon ade ase mo se na o ke o so a utimi so bo hyehyw oh also anya etiwi mo ni so briw ne ho kro ne ba okwa ya ne bia nso wo sabia no so na moja ene na diafra also ya de bone etiada wutie mi amesrew Haxa mixer ne capsules ko pebi towate emofra omunya ni dumie no munka sankomo ya yedi ho ena apem fonso mo so adroi munka ho bi ana oba akoda tua wo no fo ano munka ho bi oko kaichi drug liner Repatch Ventures any Halos Herbal Medina and Cards Pharmacy benya bi ato ho Tamai Little George our community too Kaswa Jucard Pharmacy at to form 0240-238-310 and 0203-822-855 Haxa mixture Haxa capsules also time for kese pa and on ebusia fei o mine nya tena si de te say dem di kankan no emre ya efreno a transition act o kenkan mu nsema de ekwa ekowia ne se aban foforo ba enti yenhwe nkrata mu na yenyina yensi ginaye ewo enoma hodo a yehunu na efutuo bi wo ho a yentututu ye hofo yendididi ye ho nkomo ne yenhwe sede aban foforo no nso ne dwuma ebesi aye enti eno ne dwuma de abekoso ne day wa bra mo ba bepa eye transition team no omo ho ntoma no dwuma de no ahyase ene ye dika bobo empanifo ne titirifo a omo eye team no so but honorable Kofi Adams wa say sankomo no ene e ba bedi honorable ye mo akwaba e mo ache
ya mini amejodo mi chia wetie for
honorable we de wedding kunim honorable wedding kunim what do you want me well this year
well we na ekoso no na enye towards the NDC side because akwakwa it say na Ghana for nyina ye omo adwen say ye share political parties no ye share omo candidates omo di omo enim the presidential candidates the NDC ekura credible candidate yen candidate no was more experienced situation na ye womu no or you be a ye the oman ehye nensa at least no say yen ye bibia kra ye betu bia da yenim say oman no hye obi a oye ni papa pansa.
That's right.
So they vote no and our support no na tilted towards the NDC side.
Wow.
And they say we NDC na say we ndim kunim kra obi say yen performance no na ye very respectable.
Yeah.
NDC candidate bia we ndim kunim whether even in Ashanti region or even in Eastern region obi say nipa no the performance no na ye very respectable.
Yeah.
So it would have been a disaster say someone like me with my constituency, I can win because this election was an election was for NDC
to win.
Nyaminsa Ewum.
Wow.
We had a credible candidate, we're a credible party, we had a credible message, we had a credible strategy, and Ghana for Eji to Muse, the NDC must run the affairs because the incumbent party, Nanyana Omuye, Enyadia AFS. So we thank everybody. We thank the Almighty God. Wamaye Nkunimbie, any party ma, then our flag bearer. Party money, the flag bearer worked. There was not a single constituency, maybe one cohort, a minimum. 3 times minimum.
Wow. One kokra.
Minimum. Yeah,
wow.
One kokra and prince. So would the primaries no cry then some it will be about 4 times.
And can I say 2021 or thank you
to so post 2020 elections and say encore constituency cry 4-5 times the wako.
Wow.
We are lucky na maybe program be so echo swear or constituency na osam bebe then obesa ba ho. Let me say abra na Assemblies of God for a year or more superintendent for the Northern Volta program no Obaye. So he would have come there also on non-campaign program. Ebi wo ho a obeko yie, ebi wo ho a ya sorry bi, ebi wo ho a omudi afahye bi. So there were some constituencies that had him even more than 5 times now. So clearly no flag bearer no ye ejuma. So na running mate no say ejuma. Then the national chairman of course also told a number of the multi-strategy no eboaye.
I don't know, Joseph, Honorable Professor Joshua Labi Freno, multi-strategy. Before Fra, I think never Ghana politics one.
Well, in 2008, similar thing.
Okay.
But in 2008, you're restricting to the 3 Johns. John Mills, John Mahama, and John Rawlings.
Wow.
Now the key teams, but we had other smaller teams. But this time round, flag bearer himself, the running mate, the national chairman. Then of course there were other teams as well. The minority leader was also leading. Then you will have the communication officer and his deputy, the national organizer and the deputy general secretary. And then at the regional levels also, we had a number of teams that work. But I won't go into the details of the strategy because that is your secret. Also, to apply in future, continue to apply until your opponent. So beyond talking about the multi-system, the detailed strategy will not be discussed because we have won and we need to look at it. What we did from 2016, 2024, and Kunimbiye we'll have to document it, look at where to improve it, and make sure say even more than ready for the next elections. Of course, governance and also in here, and we must govern and govern very well. So we govern very well. Our strategy, we worked on it, improve on it, make it sharper, correct maybe our mistakes, be kakra then I'm sure that we are ready as a political party to make sure say next time you're going into elections, you better adapt strategy, you workable, so
opponent first time in history of my Ghana about to whom or consider answer about to commissar and the results ever to Ghana. I was on baby was say monument winning abano a mum any jama.
Well,
true.
Minimia na oka. You see, every before Kasa, as you say, omo ato Ghana for bi, edi a share a lucky one, a share den bim. That mentality, mi oka yenema mi hu the way ya na omudi ebu omaino. Omaya omajin say, oh Ghana for ya to Ghana for bi. Enti omu ye zombies. Enti ye den kra. It is that type of mentality. MPP for but no political party own anybody. Even sometimes, we membership crowd or membership card. It me drew about one rare or mayor or margin say maybe omuntu.
And over to us,
and now over to us, and now over to am will be full for crowd. So those things are possible. But so we are just say, oh, in 2016, when you had this number of votes, 2020, we are here, when you had this number of votes, there's no way opponent wait to me a claw back. What baby tia Sakanama were defeated. I don't know what defeated with over 1.6 million votes. So clearly, no, with here a sophobia, any idea for Bikura Ekasai, they prophesize. Say, I feel about you, Yekum. The NDC candidate John Dramani Mahama. Yebeka say we win abra yenyan kan abanokra enko enim.
True. What kind?
Prophet 1 in 2023, somewhere around July, and that was what happened. Electoral Commission enyanye coalition. I don't think that you cross even 30 constituency now. You say. Because the political party had a system, results from polling station direct. So now Yensa Kabe over 35,000 of the polling stations. Now, so Electoral Commission are the official body to do the collation and declaration. No munya year declaration craft for even up to 30 constituencies before the concession came. And so, and then I make us say, Nyaminsa Ewom. When you be a Rebecca say, how do you call grace? Adum when Nipano so. Yeah. When you know, look, don't fight Ubia Adum so. Because Adum na ewan so no, a big good in Nimase. And a good about me anymore. Exactly. It's a trade no more trade training now. Look, John Mahama. Yeah. Is Rebecca said, Oyen Shraba, he's Adum one so. That's right. From the political commencement as an assembly member, coming in as a candidate in 1996, very late, and going in to win the primaries and moving on to become the MP, then under Jerry Rawlins's government, deputy minister, because those times, Ansana Yede, Minister Bemano, now me said we are man deputy minister, and in less than 2 years, Waye Juma to the satisfaction of the president then, such that Uyi the substantive minister every ho, just so to make him the substantive minister for communication, and the agenda anamotua omutuye, leading to this liberalization of the telecommunications systems and then the rest. And all after Yelusi, ne posturing, ni nyama, and he was one of the faces Yediye Juma in our tertiary institutions. Yeah. Because Yelusi elections, now we had few faces that we needed to really use to reorganize the NDC. Especially on national radio and TV. And even on campuses. Yeah. You've seen a number of times, because at that time we were part of the youth wing, and regularly, or no any speaker back then, we were really using them on various campuses, and the students we were training them, equipping them to pick the message and understand what the NDC represented. So at a point, we will say a lot of our executives, secretaries, organizers, youth organizers and the rest were graduates, because they helped build the party through that processes, to the point you're picking as running mate, and we won the elections. There were contentions in 2004, Krasenko said Yefano as running mate. The last minute conditions the National Executive Committee set then excluded him. That's right. Because of a key condition now, but we went into that election, we were not successful. But subsequently, and Dr. Kwabena J led NEC came in, and the situation at SLT and favored the selection of what John Mahama as a running mate. We went into that election, we won, and since then, it's been one grace after the other, solving of problems, touching things, and building buffers. We went into 2016. Yelusi and Bebre na yantias here, but I'm sure God na yankupon ni mia oye. no per se Ghana for behu the other side.
That's right.
Then Obabaka Obenya na sumdue edi aye nia wo say oye. And God just didn't give him victory or manu absolute parliamentary victory.
Yeah.
It been see that. This not even in
so
92. More than 2/3.
Wow.
Because 2/3 here 183.
183.
And a yenya 187 since here. Minus independence kra omweye affiliated to us no. Yemfa omukra nka.
Omo affiliated.
Because out of the 4 independents, 3 metimiaka say they campaigned for John Dramani Mahama.
Wow.
Obian him say A+ a campaigning for John Dramani Mahama. So say A+ Beba Parliament. I don't think say Obekwa joining the other.
One want to be flippo.
What's it?
Want to be flippo.
Flipping.
I want to be Sanadrin.
Well, even without adding the independent, we are more than 2/3.
That's right.
We are more than 2/3. I hear 183. We have 187. Then Oko Afram Plains North also the MP led Kpeli, lawyer Kpeli.
Yeah.
Also no NDC neighbor. And he came for the contest and it didn't go well for him. He decided to go independent. Then Wellensi Susa, Susa. So out of the 4 independents,
wow.
Metimiaka say 3 are persons, 2 directly NDC members, 1 Eyobia or Kasama John Dramani Mahama. He endorsed John Dramani Mahama, the president-elect now. So God just gave him that, say, minim. Say, nya MPP for abeyeno. Okuna kasa the economy. Enti mi mpese wo policies no be face ekun bi ewo parliament.
That's right.
So memma wo parliament a wo betumi e di aye juma because ekun na kasa ewo ho. The economy is in abyss. Omo say ho. So you don't have to be facing parliamentary opposition and be facing economic opposition. So me be man maybe opposition now already, and that's the economy.
Yeah.
And I know we will be we focus in T. When you peace of mind from the parliamentary side, we to me aye jumanu ama Ghana ya fire and tuma pa then. So clearly, me these elections, I continue to say, like I say, Yankupon and Sawum, and because Yankupon and Nema President Mahama Sahon.
Yeah.
But sometimes you ask where the energy
comes from.
And the results tells me, say, the energy was coming from God.
And Nanyama and Nayautu say, Bema Brepa, Wakukudin, and not just him, who cried me and him and many others.
We all needed to put in our bit because Pejinankasa, 1, or older than you, 2, or no, is more stressed because he has to also take part of the project to raise funds and then the rest. Now, on them, about 11, on that. Now, who are we younger?
Wada.
Now, when are we there?
Hey.
Because on no baby in Kunimdiana or Shushan Ama or the Aye Nyama ye, Eddie Amayina.
Okay.
If for nothing at all, saying now all things being equal, you have more years to live on this earth than him. So you must be more interested, to better the Lord for you to be able to even enjoy life more than on Noah. Baby, I don't say, oh, I got fewer years for me to go. So we had a responsibility, and I can say the young persons of this country, so they responded positively.
Yeah. And what about Ashanti region? You about young people also, but what about Ashanti region? I mean, Modi Ananka Modai says, oh, 25, maybe class 30, but 33.3.
Well, you call her Juma the 3rd time.
Yeah.
And I say no, the 28% say yeah they we were
from
and that we will do more than the
30%.
Because look, you clearly could see say 1, the apathy was setting in. 2, in Shishia, the election directorate, any party not na ho mode ato ho no e wi mu a eta akoso no enye possible. They would try, but it wasn't going to be possible. So by these 2 situations, ebema votes no so be then better from because most of the votes are omonya wo ho no some of it is artificial padded almost staff ye di gum enya bo 3 ekwa ho de na etoa na ye to gum
without ebi de ehu ye no say Joseph Yamin akoto bi so
exactly so they continue to plan but now ni ano munim ni say we had done something better this time round and even further checked on the selected agents and without letting even the agents know say wo ya ye wo check ama ye hu say ye de okwa BBC maybe won yen ya say oh yeah. So Dr. Mani and his team did a good job and they had even relieving agents say ebo obi betumi start but it drew time here ofofro beko akete so even if you have found out say oh maybe Kofi na oya agent wa ha anopa no so you know somebody who can talk to Kofi to behave in a certain way ebo from 3 ekwa ebo 3 no na Kofi ni ho na kwabena na aba
Yehowa
na kwabena na aba so they studied the situation saw where those kind of voting do happen and develop a strategy.
Kwambe so na mo bedo mase Ashanti region because what can me do na 7 no on mebo one of the usual edibo amoye Gen Zs no omo no omo nim de na ye maame no ne ye papa no eta ka no nti no mo to baba ekofa bi no omo de omo nim ana say o mabeto akufo ado maama no me to so kakra eno mo gina so de to aba so edie na mo be ye dia show many monyam
so clearly any policies na ye ka ye no because bibia President Mahama ekaye on the campaign platform any niana ewo the manifesto of the party here the cause this about one are meant say ye be ye hu adwuma and those were the things a ton kofo bebre omasum say we have to run our economy cannot be run on an 8-hour base we have to run it for a 24-hour say amaya when you want go into competition omo run 24 hours who to me can say obey 8 hours so you must begin to work towards the 8-hour economy you must begin to improve things the industrialization system is such that digitalization is key and President Mahama the promise of digitalizing of the 1 million codes program and that was more believed than Baumia Diana or Kan because we communicated right. Omu say ye wakasabi say ankra nsu ewomunu enta nye den enye dede na nia eye empty nia nsu nim no hwe nim no ena eye dede so we put out there the John Dramani Mahama's achievement and agenda ebanu digitalization any nia ban ibaye no asaban omoaye clearly Dr. Baumia was stealing private sector led initiatives as a buying initiative as compared to during the John Dramani Mahama's era a buying nankasa edienim eye but now ono anto ne hu din say me digital man so the young people believed in that they saw say the agenda no was more credible you need the economy to work well to get the digital system you cannot have a situation where data has become so expensive for the young people and then say that you are seeking to promote digitalization so ubia obabeye economy that will make all these things come down for them to be able to benefit they will necessarily go for that person so the reward to every voter whether in Greater Accra, whether in Volta, whether Oti region, whether Western North, Western, Central, Ashanti, Eastern, Bono East, Ahafo, Northern region, Savannah, Northeast, Upper West, Upper East, any day, say, Nia ye kan ye no, ye beye hu ejuma, amu bia enya so mfa so.
What about Mebuno no so it appears say abanyansis okay abanyansis sign. Ye to abama NDC a mo bay. As a bufushi bi wo a common nibre bi wo to the sense who so mubowura a state agencies SSN no man in Hong Kong. How are you going to manage that and again reconcile with a mebuno impetuousness and omo hunger to see say a Jumaba Ghana developer?
Well, Mamenka said, I condemn every form of violence. And yet, the way to go. Na minim say, memu bebre omoto Obama NDC are waiting for John Dramani Mahama say Obeswa to become Mampeni.
Yeah.
Then they see say Obesha say or rule out name decisions via the appointments and the rest are Omobet say are developing policy so that in the first budget now ebeba within the 120 days now the man ebetre kwanya yebefaso. So we need to exercise some level of restraint because ukoye bibi na wo say nyama ewo ho a afi sikana nka yedi kwa akoye mpuntunjuma enu bi na yedi be kwa akokor because sa institution sa facility na wo shi na wo say no yebe hia sa facility edi aye djuma. So all they need in say obi an keep records. So who say bibi koso wrong o baby a o capture record ene obi a send me message say yakwa koyi nyama bi from a particular place almost say they call Bank of Ghana Spinters road ho.
Okay.
So Mekachiron said take note of the warehouse now ye vehicles and the others are numbered free. The timer because somebody is in charge of that place at this particular moment. Ochina ye say ye investigation now. Who are now who juma at that moment you have to answer.
It's too late.
And yet too late.
Because so of say be
no. Oh, yet too late. Look, who you were there. Wine or buy. Because a human being would have come. You need to take note of the human being that went in one or bar. So that person will be invited. O call hono a DNA na will fire and what they call him. So onobeka try baby or no they call ye. Because they say there was a police person biso eka omuhu ena omubaye. So baby what they call you who received. Who will receive ye and why na what the man.
Yeah.
So there will be just document things. Na yen follow process no. Na yen fanye juma. Na yen jai say yes say this. I know people are angry. Ebinum so ho a they are also protecting. Like to say me video be from Yellow Crop.
Okay.
Say ye ba besisa fertilizers.
Yeah.
Edi egu drip track no track no so ayedi ba besisa no kra enye yellow for track enye yellow for car.
Yeah.
Now so fertilizer na ye yellow assembly fertilizer. Now so ye the another assembly car na yedi besisa edi akọ baby fofo. And such situations I like it. So you take the video, you call the police in and then they stop. So also na ABC wo whole central.
Yes.
Almost say
MC,
MC in say fertilizer no. Omodi call at the wrong time. Mo promises say mo be one village one dam. Mo anye. Say mo ye one village one dam. And na ebeka say maybe during ope brese you know, maybe nkrofo ye vegetables be any na kika went with the fertilizer understandable. One village one dam no mo anye. Na mo sorry mo the fertilizer so December. Na December no one odia bibi.
Wow.
For obe use the fertilizer.
December so ye bosomi ya yekoto aba.
Yekoto aba. Na ebikura ye de call just 5 days, 6 days, 7 days to the elections. Wow. And no fertilizer ne money nyama Wellington boots bebre na ebaye. Me na mikura list of items now omode go to various constituencies near assembly. So immediately you pick the intel, you share with your people to monitor and indicate what was going to happen. But luckily, you say nyaminsa wo munti bebre na o muntumi anye den anche. So eno na say ya omo pese o mu wi they call baby for fruit to utilize. And our people too are wild and they are watching and making sure say sa de no enkoso.
Okay. Afa yamra ye transition no koso ne expectations based on omunyuma said the besiako. Yedim say Honorable Julius Debra, County Chief of Staff, we call chairperson, minister on the basi President John Mahama Nemo, as co-chairperson, and Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia, national chairman, member of the transition team, Honorable Fifi Fiavi Kwete, member Dr. Callistus Mahama, secretary, Dr. Valerie Sawyer, member, Professor Kwame Ahoy, Honorable Dr. Kasila Toforsen, Honorable Mahama Yariga, Honorable Gusitano, Dr. Edward Omanibuama, former Speaker Right Honorable Do Ajaho, and Afezo, current Speaker Honorable Alban Bagbin, Ewa Advisory Council on the Swamp, Oba MPP Afanonsua, co chairperson, no, the current Chief of Staff, Honorable Akosha Frema Osei Opare, Attorney General Godfred Dame, Samsona, Honorable Seiche Mensa Bonsu, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, Honorable Henry Kote, Honorable Dominic Nitiwu, Honorable Sherry Ayoko Boche, Honorable Martin J. Mensa Kosa, Albert Kandapa, and Afenso, Eba Advisory Signer, Dr. Evans Agre Dako, Nana Tuatha, Ambassador Mercy Deborah Kakari, Mr. Edward Asomani, and Afenso Yenim say, Professor Mike Okwe, and so Eka Eho Ebi. Team no what's your team no kwana, and then by 3 p.m. Edian Yebabi.
Well, clearly, though, Mecca said, team no a very good team. Honorable Julius Debra Yobia, at least he has been chief of staff. Abra Lucy Power, so he's seen transition. In 2016, he was on the other side, handing over. And then Yankupon Yenadum, he is on the side that is receiving the power. So he's had that experience before. He's had that feel, so he knows what is in and what is out. Now, they come in with different background and different experiences. Now, meaning say, a humanity or to the satisfaction of the incoming administration.
Yeah.
Because per the Transition Act, handing over notes and the rest should have been ready a month before the election. Yeah, wow. That 30 days to the election date, handing over notes, or say, the person assigned to receive, handing over
It's based on that by now, dear.
By now, I will say, because if the MPP even itself had won, because handing over.
Yeah.
In 2020, when the MPP won, they have to hand over to themselves. But no time as complex as maybe near handing over ma party for eba bembe sanamrano eka sanamrano chere. So handing over notes should have been ready by now, and I believe said the transitional system should not be so difficult for us because be pain. Look, in 2008, after the elections, our elections called runoff. Runoff, we couldn't pronounce the president-elect because time and take part in the runoff because of disturbances. But we share the total votes at our time. Say omunina omutu na se omutu ko a particular way able to me asesa abano. So Dr. Kojo Farijan into me and declare until say yebekwa koto time the enu. Wow. By the time I yet to time the enu now and declaration was done about 3rd January. Meanwhile, handing over must happen on the 7th.
Wow.
But just those 4 days, to meet Tenasi, the handing over happened on the 7th of what? January. So this one, at the end of the quality, even 30 constituencies are more are considered. It shouldn't be, even though the incumbent party and government with your Mukasa and I, as if say, oh, hand over my presidency, me hand over my me predecessor Mahama, me yes say a Greek minister, hand over, another pre, hand over, agric minister oh yeah like you say ono dey win in seat bebre now mo ka say yen hand over no mo nyina lose your seat
hand of God indeed
o constituency akra went to me and win it.
Wow.
Other than I can say you hand over to even at your constituency level. So clearly, no, these are very experienced persons. The national chairman, very experienced. He's been part of the systems in 2008. People like Speaker Dwaboase has a lot of experience. Fifi Fiavi Kwete was then propaganda secretary. So Mekaipa, though we weren't on the main transitional team, we were involved even after the swearing in on decision-making processes. So omunim adia ose omuhwehwe in this process, so that because the transition will continue even after the swearing in anyway. Wow. And they just on the 7th of January, there be you swearing in cra. They will continue say omubeye meetings say bibi wo to come and account for this, answer for this, and answer for that. So the other side will have to prepare themselves. But we are lucky saying once we have a former chief of staff who has also been actively present. Julius has been very active politically from 2017, handy over all the way till now.
That's right.
So our presence of mind, and he will be able to ask the relevant questions. I will say, Ubisa. So also now the the national chairman has also been very actively present politically. So Unimia Ekosu, so they will be able to ask all the necessary questions. So is the general secretary who was in parliament. When he left parliament, now he became the general secretary. Dr. Manibuama, Honorable Mahama Ayariga, Dr. Valerie Soya, Callistus Mahama, all these persons
Professor Kwame
Minkah. All these persons are even indeed Emrano, the Transitional Act, Professor Kwame Minkah or Kaumwa, Omuye Huijuma.
That's right.
So they have a very great and deep understanding on the relevant questions. No, also Omubisa, the immediate information Ebeboa Abaino to take its foot immediately and to move on Omubisa for all those information. And I believe say Omubenya the maximum documents are also Omunsa Ebeka to guide the president elect in already forming the decision as to again also because say from swearing in he will start taking decisions. He will start making announcement and giving indication. But near information now Mubeji from the transition activities and Ebeboa those decisions now but this is a very great team that has been announced by the president elect and the party say lead the processes of the transition.
Now show the other side. I mean, well, when you confirm information, the administration
provided for in the act. BBT say Minister for National Security must be in. Senka the incoming administration so Omwa nominate will be as caretaker and also for that portfolio. Rebecca Senko no Obekube because Onion, yes, and they just mentioned some significant person on the side of the incoming administration.
That's right.
The other side, Emrano Chre, who must come in. So that's why you see the Minister for Defense there, the Minister for Local Government, the Interior, Foreign Affairs, National Security. Then, of course, some other critical agencies be
local
government. So, act no
and a local government service
near act no kano ena omudi ye juma so bibri na omo ho no and you say they are the best but they are the ones occupying sa position nti omo no say that's the thing.
But in terms of function adwuma poti omo ba be ye no obeboa mi atiase ne ehunu enkomokura be koso ne Nizuzu azu ebenya wo amemu na nam kwanso ba Kwame Minkah act ne kakra over functions now what say to make comprehensive practical arrangements to regulate in accordance with this act the transfer of political power following a presidential election and general election. B, to ensure the provision of daily national security briefings for the person elected as president during the period before assumption of office by person elected as president. C, to ensure that the salaries, allowances, facilities, privileges, and retiring benefits or awards as determined by president under clause 1, article 71, and II by parliament under clause 2 of article 71, and which are due to holders of the offices specified in article 71 of the constitution are paid or accorded to those persons without undue delay, and to undertake any other function which will enable the team to achieve the object of this act. When as a China say,
well, clearly, national security briefings are key, very, very key to every Omaimbia ne Kainko. So, Sisia Bibia Ekoso, the security architecture, the security situation, briefings must go to the president elect.
Yeah.
Or say, because he's now coming to take over. And what is the situation? Even expenses are air core, security situation around the country.
So, for instance,
Boku. Or say, on your briefing, what are the decisions now? Muteki, yen on mind bena you in some agreement. What kind of movement is happening? Ningi now, the president elect must have daily and regular briefings. Say even hourly crowd, they have to be getting him information. Of course. Of course, because Niaokono is now lame duck.
Wow.
Or a lame duck. Even though I don't know or hokeke.
Yeah.
Or hokeke. I quite quiet to say or yarifwa yedini free hospital kitwa yedini kokesi. Miaoti ambulance now then they just managing managing nipano
situation no.
Because nipana kasa oba beye jumano ono wo already. So ebi wo ho your friend your briefing about case na ye dey ba so on be sure say omo ye preparation to receive the case in order now I sure say or ye research when we say okay this type of case na ye dey ba no adie no we say medical here no we say medical here to be able to put things in order. So security briefing is key. Of course, the Article 71 issues, unfortunately, adie no kra yen yam famba parliament kra because minim say mampenya committee
Yeah.
Parliament na ebe approve the executive there. Na executive so approve legislature there. Yeah. But Emma Parliament for us to even approve, let alone for the transition team to be able to discuss on it. Well, eba yebeshe now then before they can have discussions. But I do hope because omuye bibi in 2017 maybe me person make some of the things that were even agreed that were constitutionally even mandated.
Yeah.
For John Mahama. Besine.
Oh, remember a vacation of official and
yeah, Besine. Besine. Niama Bebri wo na the right constitutionally he is supposed to enjoy in Anu. Has not
okay. When your boss really any mama call or say vacation of resident, the incumbent president and the incumbent vice shall each vacate the official residences before the day of swearing in of the person elected as president, and if either of them so desires, move into an alternate official residence. 2, any other person who ceases to hold office on assumption of office of the person elected as president and is in occupation of an official residence shall vacate the residence within 3 months after that assumption of office. That means that we no in the case of president and vice, America krawo and gidi
and aside that now His Excellency John Mahama now on official residence.
Okay,
there is official presidential residence
I know you're here.
no Flagstaff House. Yeah, Flagstaff House.
It is
Flagstaff House. Jubilee House. Flagstaff House.
But yes,
and no Flagstaff House. Okay. The presidential palace, any official resident.
Okay.
Bibiana President Mahamatino, ne a bungalow. Ye Hansi Manu as vice president. And you obey a president, saying, well, I really don't need to move. I don't want to move out. I'm okay. This bungalow. So it was further given some minimal enhancement. So during the transition, they're supposed to provide an alternate accommodation for president, the exiting president. So there was an agreement, say, then Obetna as part of the transitional processes. Only for them, one hot afternoon to now Yawasafuma for the co-chair. Only for them to backtrack on all these agreements that they have reached and just to throw the person out. Obi dom numa okomanu bibinu na niti wo so asan sorry say na nsase no cancer ase on pese omudi gu His Excellency John Dramani Mahama but thank God that all those things they didn't work. So well, let's see how this transition goes. Let's see how it works out. I mean, him say it's Ruaka because of me.
But the way I'm on the bonnet, say it means a mobile como because look, a memory of my gala, and I'm 2016, and yet too, a bimo chroma. Well, to have even the national chairman of the MPP, not even your quacha friend, to justify the SC.
Now, Juma pa up till that point. But in Crofoy, must say economy. At the time the MPP EBG or Mino in 2017, na ya yenyama bebre, there were funds available for proper governance. Look, the Heritage Fund, the ESLA Fund, the Sinking Fund, the Stabilization Fund, the oil finder, yenya 2 oil fields are producing. The Dwaboase gas processing has been completed, and so there were a number of funds available. Governance, the energy crisis that have confronted all past governments, including the President Kufuor administration. John Dramani Mahama had dealt with Sanya Menina, Emma Dumso Abewie. So a lot have happened positively. So if they were doing that, and based on what? A very good record. And Shedan Hardwing. But in me catch you say, Bibiani ho. We are in an abyss. Ya say economy no. And it say, Kakra e wo ho, ye fa ebufuo, ekosena, and ye bebre even more.
Wow.
It is on that basis in T. And a ye ka say, Ajubreo.
Wow.
It's on that basis.
Yes, be a Monday.
But he said, no, now Bibiara we di boni etia or mino. We di boni tia unhua. Even to some extent, you see, you say ye chuaso. But tell they say we di boni tia unhua. Yeah, and maybe they can say ye di che. But we boni a we di yenu say affect you before froa. Everybody will answer for it.
Wow.
The oral operation retrieve all loot now. President Mahama recover no. And you say agro kekena ye cow.
Okay.
It will be applied to book. But it will be applied in the right way. In a way ubia nya kwenya emfa kwan bisu ense ni ama. Say, okay say ye we need 2008 so sa na ye shishi offices ni ye keka. And ye mpese ye be ye bibia ebinum be take advantage. Because NDC for no more because already from the checks saying some of these attacks is not in free NDC.
Wow.
In free NDC, but some of the attacks, yes. 1 or 2, like Omuamuko or Yellow to protect the loot, have been identified clearly. Omuamuko who to protect fertilizer loot, they are protecting the loot. But omo ko habo Omuko, Mose, Nyama, Ebinumako say, Yemon, Nejuma immediately, says Yano. We have found out, say, many of them no, Omunye NDC for.
Hey!
So a MPP for, Omufil say, Yamon, Nejuma, Omwa Bre, and this party lose ya, time as say, Yemon, Nejuma says Yansana, party no be free, Abemu. So Omu and Omo yes, idea. So say, Yem Rantiano so, Omuko Kahua, one shiny year, Omobe say, Nyama, Omobe Shishi. Documents are ebe boye to run the oral. No maka say NDC for eno mukoye. That's right. Abla nye NDC for eno mukoye. And anything na yes memnu say ubi ekura sa adwen kura mon ye. Ye wo kwan we will just pick the evidence and we will follow through later because ye wo crack investigators are omobe ye hu investigation ye be hu ni owo say ye.
Okay. Back to your common. So about a mampenyi netinabia baby or dignity to na. This time round, young corner say.
Well,
who too far? Can you say na young corner?
A provision in the constitution, and constitution also say you don't review in Yamanosa to disadvantage Nipano. Until say ye be amendment of the constitution or say ye dem ran be then be juma. To the extent, say we have the capacity. Already, the president-elect, ama indication say, or no, ever not joining me. Nyama be war under Article 71. I will say ye free or the whole provision. Now yen no yen a particular structure yen then ye womb.
That's right.
So the situation where maybe members of parliament, for example, ube ye juma for 4 years, abra with salary, and me I'm taking the salary of the 7th parliament. Me I determine for the 7th akituya yetum all this while no, who as member of parliament no win be.
Wow.
So it is now that this committee had the recommendation no beba omo the recommendation ba then it is backdated from 7th January 2021. Now you tia amount plus some other benefits are and this type of arrangement you know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama feels say enya dia papa and yen free ho. Well, yen free ho, but we have good numbers to be able to work on all those amendments. Now, say nyakura say or say ye de call referendum. Minim say Ghana for nyina be then befuaso because a lot of workers have complained about the Article 71 office holders. Why say ye more on different treatment. So say ya dia or say ye de call generally say yen yen to swaba swab. Ye sure say ye benya who support. Say nya dia or say ye de ko na parliament nkwa na ebe ya NDC alone have enough numbers say yebutumi aye juma even say the others are minim say omo ye minority omo ye mini obi say ye mini side. Ye minority mini side and minority side. No ye mini side. So say they in here even on numbers to be able to pass that. So a area His Excellency John Dramani Mahama my indication class or say ye hu but until say ye be hu ejuma no I think to the extent say on minor your capacity let's deal with issues you know but ye ni capacity so wo a wo kono wo na wo de o minor akwa share amrenim enti invana ye konya sika dia yes ade no amount so we'll have to work first stabilize the economy position things right before we can deal with such situation for him. After all he had enhanced the private residence and I believe that the enhancement was not done with from his personal pocket so he can be managing that place until such time maybe or minor be responding appropriately.
Okay, I'm up for the messages about Mame and King Ganga na react to be where every time ko Rahimo also bra Kwame Busa Honorable Kofi Adams say well who be a miracle abwaji wo and apenyo marking who don't want to be a majority leader. So now the largest opposition great NDC has almost 185 seats in parliament. And then up in your market, Becca Sabri. Or some people say, winning the Obekana. I said, you would it to me. So they not to them, not showing your fear. It's a be able to read Me what the tribu sabre.
Obi ka say 16th ye ko parliament yen kra no yen konkot na to the left side of Mr. Speaker. Na yen jai right side no emfa mo na yen hu nipa hia ombeba no mumbe yo mu business because yen na yebe business the last business yen na yebe because MB before baby now yamba.
Wow.
Na Ursula, what do you say obeba ho?
I didn't know ma.
Ah, okay, yen hwe.
Some mrase bedwe fie, wo mrase bedwe, oda so ye mrase bedwe ni.
Well, yeah.
Wo mrase bedwe fie we mu.
Yeah, hwe. Maybe
I say Katie Amon so beba na o ma.
Katie Amon. Well.
Oh, the way we see there. Wow, for Katie Amon. Katie. So
the election was humbling. The election was humbling.
Wow.
Seriously was humbling. A brilliant tears here. Now, Yankupon Yadia.
Yeah.
Or Yeni, I will say, Ninsa womb. On your Bibia. Now, I do will say, oh, I will sign Sekeke.
Yeah.
Or Yeni, I will say, Mia Minsaya then a womb.
Wow.
Because our brilliant in our tears here. We did nobody.
You are not expecting Katie Amon to lose.
Well, we were not expecting to win the number of seats that we've won.
Okay.
We were not expecting, say, maybe gap between President Mahama and the nearest person now, Obebano, be almost 1.7 million. Now you say we will win with a respectable margin, all right.
Yeah.
But we didn't expect, say, a bear this big. A bear this big.
Honorable Mama got some kind messages in na reacting wa brayeko. Philip Milo say, please, I voted for the NDC to cancel teachers' licensure exams. Shamaba Binya say we are breaking the straight 32 period. We are breaking the straight 32 period. And anana kusi brempong asumadu se brako finie. Wini mnana. They were brako finie. Hussein men sandri okra flowers no de mau say omodo pa nyame shao. Ni obeying kwache. I say good morning Power FM, please. We the youth would expect President Mahama to form a unit comprising of Mugabe Mase, Captain Smart, Hossein Adoye, retired COP Kofi Wache, and the commander of all commanders, Basintale, to chase those who have stolen our money. And one year, Kwesi Intim, as they stop blaming Oforiata and co. The president Akufo-Addo is the ultimate problem. He slept on the job. Regina Kluche, the old canon was Enna Solomon Lloyd Jemfio was say good morning, Kwame Minkah. We need not give Baumia the attention he is looking for. Baumia is acting like Pharaoh of Egypt, and he and his MPP will get what they deserve very, very soon. Kwabra Benefo say Ghana Misroma Mai. I don't know why also Sroma or Mai, but probably Kakaya Meka with me are reacting to be.
Well, clearly, Omo responded to Insema Yekaye Ewo Yen manifesting.
Yeah.
And I can assure them, Bibia President Mahama Kayeno is meant to keep. Enti yebeye. Teachers licensure exams now, Nipano Kahwasem among the issues now yebe deal with easily because you're doing a completely different from how or say your licensee and teachers and ye kwanya abayin ye faso the restricted numbers so kwanya ye kwan boni and you will deal with that. And the issue of say ye benyan krofo be ye jumano me sure say Mampenisha say, of course, those are persons are mukra information.
Okay.
So you have to, or say, would depending on them.
Yeah.
Or yet the relevant appointments in the Ekekahua. These are persons are ombeboa system, and I believe that Munina more one information or the other. Ebeboa abino to be able to stabilize and retrieve what must be retrieved for the good of the country.
Kofi people also obviously we must answer wouldn't baby our bakwana.
Me free me co parliament.
No, nye baby our kwasi baby so free baby our co but say President Mahama Ebei in terms of appointment.
Oh no, but that one is the decision of the president to decide. Say, or per se ubeka abenhu and now on pekura. That's the decision for him to make. And where or no feel say or the ukwa, even when he decides say. Or per se ubeka mabemu bibia or the ukwa ebeboa because he's done it before.
Yeah.
If there is ever anybody enunti ena yemu bebre yes say look. This is the right and the best person. Right from 2017. Even before we entered 2017, Yedin Kugu 2016, some of us were loud out there. Say, still, it must be President Mahama. And because he has an unfinished business to do.
That's right.
And he has the experience to be able to do it. Given Yawaye in such a short period, you know, Yemana Kwenya say, Omra Biuma, obey even more. So he has the experience. I don't think say Ubia were that kind of experience than him. He is the only person in this fourth republic where vice president, where president and appointed, and then he lost an election, stayed out, have observed the behavior of all or more anyone juma. Any or more or mwenya akwenya enuna nye juma. How they all behaved, and this time round, he has a huge resource at his disposal to determine who will go where. And it is because you are deserving. When Yaswa, it is not because you don't qualify. It's because he has to work with a certain number, a limited number. Already, you know, we have given indications. We are going to work with what 60 ministers. So. Or more opportunity, fine. When more opportunities are, there will surely be another time, maybe for you. Who knows? And along the line.
And even on the 60 ministers, no. The last time Honorable Julius Debrane, you join us for Dean Komoka, say America, Crampo, America, Obia, say Americano, Omo working with 19, Emma, Omutu, Jume, so 60, no.
Of course,
was it possible?
Yen constitution, Emma, cabinet, the size of cabinet. It gave us what it should be. And so what it should be. Meaning say the framers of the constitution in him say this number is enough for you to develop policy around. But to make it okay, you know, and say, look, why not able each region to develop more agri policy, road policy, energy policy and programs bibia or say vocation
education federal states no?
Say, like federal state but here the unitary and the regional minister is empowered so much so obenya maybe one or two deputies then you only have finance minister. Then maybe you have Attorney General and Minister for Justice, and then one or two other ministries are here at the central level. And we can apply it. But 60 is a good number to start with from MPP 426 or more. I think 60 is a good number to bring down to. And now you are working towards getting to a size even much smaller. So yemboa na nya ka say no mayem fa pressure into mampanyino so say I have to be given this, I have to be given that. Yes, we all helped in one way or the other. Some of us have been lucky maybe in the past to have served. Others have not been lucky in the past to have been given the opportunity to serve. And yenya a bit reasonable in our demand. And pressure. Now, enye say, I have something to offer. Enye because me boy and so me pay just for the sake of it. No, you must also weigh yourself. What the pressure I got to nipano so we carry one who say a jumanu metumi ya na mintumi nye den enye. Say metumi ya kra na say yam fan mami says here. You just cooperate. Let's see, Ebeba. Maybe possibly out of your great cooperation, Ebeba better also one day when they are having some reshuffle. So, minim baby me quite na me name the decision and the mind of His Excellency.
But it will be suitrim. Baby, I be call. I mean, is a part of a preoccupation.
Well, as human being, yeah, co-elections ni na yeah bibiano. Who ideas as to how you feel say ejuma ahasad ne yen handle ne yen say ahano yen say. So you may have interest and ideas. You may have policies ewo waje num, but MSC waje me say o yen family ko na yen family. After all, we minister, it's more like giving direction, offering a certain level of leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership now, woman, you are offering leadership with the talents, array of talents now. You'd have to give them some air of freedom to be able to what? Function and function effectively. And you na money in say oh yeah. But one kasansu, you must be a thinker and a policy person so that and you be so omode bebano and the papa. So you must have the mind and the eye to see, say, adia me technocrat edia bremen, you have the capacity to be able to analyze it, say, ye di ye juma, na enye. You should be able to analyze that. That's why you are the political person there, because who be the analysis linking with many other things. The technical person may just bring you the technical position just based on that area, no? But who a wider view. Who to me link it with even what another ministry is even doing. And so on and so forth. Again, I so yeah, ebeboa ama itumia achieve the intent of what government.
Well, yeah, the community, His Excellency Sampi Yale Eshe, also mean can show straightforward say, my brother and comrade Kofi, are you cool? Yeah, this year no the chat to.
Well, clearly, make us say a jumano, a bium, yadin da sebema yankupon pana one my son kunindi. It's because we went out there, you catch the Ghana for say a second independence. That's right. Now, the way yankupon eboa Ghana ma yeji yenfan who did the first one, saasuna. Nanensa ewo saa de anim na ye di nipa nyame onsi from mammeye odi nipa na odi be na ejuma nipa omobuaye from all angles because ye go round flag bearer ba na ye to nsa frɛ na say omo amba nka de no enye de.
That's right.
They came out in their numbers. Ebi wo ho a yetumi ma hon time say oh maybe 1 p.m. ube hu na flag bearer ba be duru ho 8 ana 10 p.m. anta no ba be duru ho ebi wo kra adon na ahimfo yi omote ho twen. All these persons deserve commendation. Omo hye nkom say ensida President Mahama on meye mampenida wa ye swearing wa so sa akonfenanu for 2 times and on sanin ko biom ni nyina they encourage us and motivated us to prove them wrong. To prove them wrong. And to your so yeda wanna say. Even those who spoke against us, because it motivated us. Say because of Nyani Pei Yenti, yen na yen proving say he's wrong. Ibinum so amo edani omo nyame. Nyame say menkwa na me ye nyame. Obia enye den enye nyame apart from me. But some of them were speaking as if say omo ye nyame. That they are God. That if this happened, they should burn their days down. Won't burn anything down. But we have proven to them, say they are not God. There's really true God. There's only one God, and that God is the God of John Mahama and NDC.
And he has spoken. But I say, Honorable Kofi Adams, Member of Parliament, we Minkah elect, and I say, former Member of Parliament, now Member of Parliament elect.
Former no, midnight of 6 January.
Okay.
Now, ye me say elect no. No, so I take you over. But do be say madam constituency so I say omuye juma ye pa madam nyina say. They work very hard.
Very well. Boem de share no. Honorable Kofi Adams. Abusu Adamu nyina mo so say. Se mo de ye chia no pe na mo better dwumadie echi yɛne nyinaa bɛna wie kyerɛ nyame yɛ adom a yɛbɛsa aba ne abɔdwa data ne adwendwen yɛ ma ho bye bye